Ladies and gentlemen, and we are back now. First of all, of course, apologies for the technical delay or technical difficulty. However, the show must go on. And yes, that exactly tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang ating action. We will still be proceeding. And now it's gonna be your round number 2, which is the blackout map.
And of course, we just concluded round number one, wherein
Mm-hmm.
we have already declared our top five teams earlier, and it's still gonna be a very tight situation for any of these teams since we still have four more rounds to go. So
Mm-hmm.
round number two, of course, we're gonna be headed out to blackout in just a bit. And now, of course, I guess with earlier during the discussion, nga natin, we did say that for blackout, we definitely expect some of these squads to definitely a little bit be more aggressive, especially for
Yep.
those who are at the bottom 20 basically, and for the rest at least keep up with their momentum, especially with the new map and the new playstyle that they would need to apply here at Blackout. As we've mentioned, 24 squads ready to battle it out here at game number 2 for our Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. Again, best of luck to all of these teams. And thank you very much if you're still watching us, whether it's on YouTube or on Facebook. Please make sure to like, share, and follow this page as well. And of course, cheer for your team through the comment section below.
Yes, and I also want to call out the patience and understanding coming from all of you guys. You guys are amazing, and of course, thank you then for the all of the efforts from our back end team to make sure we fly out for our round number 2. And speaking of that, it is now coming in, ladies and gents, and here we go! This is round number 2 of your Community Gladiators of Fortitude Royale, and now dropping in hot. And Dad, look at that construction site. I believe that's 3 or 4. I think that's 3 teams out there ready to fight, ready for the action. We already got a first blood at hand. These teams are hungry.
Definitely hungry indeed. I mean, especially for most of these squads who were at least at the bottom 10, they definitely need to catch up with their numbers. But from the looks of it, it's still 4K and IE who's leading the charge with their numbers for tonight. So this is going to be an interesting setup. Regardless of their position already in the first round, they still want to make sure that they have the numbers advantage when it comes to the kill points for this evening. So that's going to be a good setup for them for 4K, 2 frags already to their name. AP just at the corner there, so not a good situation for them. But Pius dealing with Pave already, one man down already for their team. So that's going to be a good situation. We did not really see a little bit much from the Potato Aim team earlier, and hopefully this would be their comeback for this evening. Meanwhile, Rinka shutting down Paul already. Glow doing the same
Ooh.
thing as well for LV. Main is not looking good right now. Rinka, one frag to their name for now. 3 frags already for the Exodus team. Meanwhile, Hasabula perhaps finding someone here in the mix. So this is the one. What is challenging here for Blackout is you definitely need to find your
Mm-hmm.
opponents early in the game, because there will be definitely a certain point in time that the chase, because of how large this map is, will definitely slow your momentum and your aggressive power.
I definitely agree. Again, this map offers verticality and a lot of open spaces. So you need to make sure that your rhythm and momentum is on par with one another. Having that said, four Kings is being aggressive here. Yato eliminating Kaori from the team of DU, and looks like they're still on the chase. Your players from the Four Kings wanted this juice, wanted this beef, and now trying to get those points, trying to get those kills, aiming coming from Jeff, managed to damage Omega. Let's see if Jeff will be able to deliver. I don't think so, but Davion will be taken out by Jeff. That kill will be confirmed, and that's gonna be 4 kills now for your team. Number 15, your 4 Kings main. We are now down to 81 players and 22 teams for this round number 2. So yes, blackout map on its way, and we are now down to 22 teams already. These teams, these players are making sure that they are again wanting to get those kills, wanting to get those points. Now, IE Glue on their side from the Immortal Esports manages to get a kill as well. There's an action now boiling through on each side of the map, going now to the side of APE. Now, on the side of APE, I don't see any other action, any other colors or themes around the area. Looks like APE will just be looting up, roaming around, and make sure that they have everything they need before engaging again.
Now for APE Candy, they managed to secure themselves for top 5, but the goal here definitely is make sure to push themselves at least top 3 for round number 2 and get at least about 20 or 10 to 20 kills for tonight to really put themselves in a better position for round number 2. And hopefully they managed to do that. Now for Revenant Esports, they were not able to perform early for round number 1. Hopefully Blackout will be their map and perhaps find really their opponents, but they definitely need to position themselves a little bit better here. For Babe, not a good start here. Come on, 3 members already down. And it's all down to Clip. Needs to deal with Potato Aim Esports from the corner. He's gonna get backed up here for the 4v1 situation. This is not looking good right now. Clip hoping for the best that Supremo and the rest of the crew just ignores him. Do so, but the takedown from the other side is gonna be there. Polio shutting it down completely for Clip. That means that team is down and out already, courtesy of Potato Aim Esports.
What a play right there. Well, I would say nice try, trying to survive that annihilation. However, it's an open space. There's only like a huge rock of cover, and there's like 2 players already trying to roam onto the right side of the houses, so you cannot really go on that house. Now, going to the side of the team Alpha, this is looks like it's looking good for their team. They got 4 kills already, and now that's being holed up on a certain status. Now, going to the side of your HRA or your Humra, they don't have any kills just yet, and Zach is already bleeding out somewhere out of the map, and they need to get their teammate. Now, Delta Psyche able to get that kill against our Alpha, and Aspect will be taking out Rudu on the other side, will be able to retaliate and exchange the kill, eliminating Psyche. For the team Alpha, 2 players left for their team, and Rudu now going in for the rescue. Medic comes into the play, coming from Stash. Even though they're outside of the zone with that Medic in play, they have a better chance of survival on this side. But looks like your team Alpha will be also having their own Medic, but those cluster grenades will limit the movement from these teams, limiting the space that they can conquer. And Vitality versus Leap and Bound is also having some action on their side. Look at that. Saka is on that far side trying to survive, and Aspect will take that kill against Delta Louis. That's gonna be 6 kills now for the team Alpha. Another one down. Tanga won't be able to do that much of a damage against that open space. And your team Delta down to the 2 players, Stash and Psyche, trying to survive. Stash will be discovered now, will be seen, but Ruru with an SMRS right in the face. Stash will be annihilated from that engagement.
I love how Alpha managed to pull that situation to their favor. Initially, Delta has all the advantage. They were able to secure basically the outside zone and make sure that they have eye set on that house. But when Alpha decided to go out of that zone, they basically picked Delta one by one, shutting them down completely. Good move right there for Alpha. Really great setup here this time. Revenant Esports making their presence felt already. 5 frags to their name, dealing with that SMRS takedowns, and same thing with APE as well. Candy now this time has entire team back up and running. Same, well, for Remy, still have the weird situation. Remy's all alone, needs to deal with Glue, Rinka, and Hasabula's absence for now. But of course, Seiya shutting down one from up top. Revenant Esports nearly losing one right there, but Seiya definitely still going in for that push. Rest of the team coming there as well. Revenant Esports needs to hold their ground up top. Now, Revenant C holding it down. One down already on the side of Revenant. Make that a double. The takedown. The reverse is there. Could not deliver. Unfortunately, it's AP Candy making it absolutely sweet for their team. Full squad wipe done courtesy of AP Candy.
Alpha Primate Esports are really showing us how to be a primate now. Another challenger joining the party. Immortal Esports onto the play. Also another team from the clan of APE is just around the vicinity. Remy out in the open. A little bit of Marceline, a little bit of that zigzag dancing around the bullets, but not enough on the hands of Mav from the team APE. Candy Mav will still be able to get that kill. While your team number 18 APE Zenith is also being holed up under the bridge with two players left for the team. They managed to get the scan, so the rest of the members will be coming back in a few more moments. While on the side of your team number 11, your team WP or Wolfpack, they still have a full squad power. They don't have any points just yet. And for the side of Paez, 4 points already for their team. Still on a full squad power. They have a little bit of a high ground advantage and just chilling on the side of the vicinity of the zone. They don't want to play aggressive. Looks like they're playing for a little bit of a gatekeep and just being passive aggressive on this side. They want to make sure they defend that very slope for themselves. Now, going now to your team number 9, 4 Kings Overload. They don't have any points just yet, but looks like they're about to engage against Vitality. Sniper coming from Tokyo, dealing some damage right there, but not enough to take the down just yet.
This is how you definitely going to see this for the entire time here at Blackout. Those sniper kills are very critical. As you can see, distance can be covered basically with your sniper rifle teams. And of course, your vehicle gameplays is going to be there. If you have a snowboard, that's of course going to be a good play out for you as well. Paul is very, very aggressive here. 1v3 situation, 1v4 situation here. Perhaps trying to deal with APC. That's not going to be a good setup there. He's getting punished right now. The smoke, hoping for dear life. Could not handle it, unfortunately. Pays the price right there. Meanwhile here, Polio trying to take one out. The same thing here with Suprema, perhaps regrouping themselves here. And now, of course, Potato Aim Esports perhaps getting themselves a little bit better as well. Same thing with the Wolfpack. They're trying to find their next prey here. Could it be someone? Not just yet, but they need to deal with their own problems as Kian is down already. But I think so far, they're going to have a little bit of a break here because they don't really have any much of an opponent within their area. Just a bunch of loots, which is going to be good. At least it helps them recuperate from that initial engagement.
Initial engagement will really be the denominator on how that engagement will be ending. 43 players and 12 teams left for this round number 2. Now, for the 4 Kings, they managed to get that 3 points already, and now moving towards inside of the safe zone. They have a lot of space and a lot of time to make it inside. However, your team of Wolfpack might be engaging to a different team of your 4 Kings, and looks like they are now engaging. That's going to be your 4 Kings. Joker, basic with a broken armor up top, while the 4 Kings do have a good area of cover using that building for themselves as smoke bombers comes into the play. Your team of 4 Kings now getting inside of that vehicle and will be able to reposition just like so. Oh my goodness. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, round number 2 for Blackout, we are seeing a little bit of a peak of gameplay, and then they will reposition when the situation is not in their favor. And Tom Pips doesn't care about favor. They will be able to get that kill with some Jack 12 just pushing forward right off the tree. And now your team WP here, it will be answering towards a different team. 4 Kings again on this side. They managed to rock a solid 7 points now for the meantime on this round number 2. Yato recovering a little bit now. Jeff also pushing forward here, but Yato, look at that. Yato is the one being aggressive, cutting up the distance, making sure to chase it up and maybe do some damage and even get a kill. Now Yato trying some shots, able to do some damage, not enough to take a kill. Alpha Aspect though, able to get that kill against Ned, but Sydney will be taken out by Jeff, just trading, exchanging the kill for the team Alpha. 2 players left for them. We have Aspect and Fubu just trying to survive on their own, but Rudo will be taken out by Nye of the 4 Kings. Blackfire as well joining the party on their very own side of the map, and now Aspect will be forced to disengage and survive for the sake of their team.
And now it's been absolute chaos here. BTL, 4K, Wolfpack just dealing with each other. Doesn't really matter who you are. If you're an opponent, you will be taken out. But the question is, who survives this one? VTL still alive here. 4K still good to go. 12 squads remaining. We are just about in a few minutes into this game, and we are basically half the team already.
Yes.
It is absolutely insane, but of course, the numbers is what we need to check here. But of course, for the 4 Kings here, 10 frags already to their name. Blackfire already has 7, but of course, they're in a whole different situation here. Perhaps trying to deal with one other squad for now, but at least for their end, still gonna be a quiet situation here. A calm before the storm, so to speak here for Blackfire
Mhm.
Esports. Already has 7 to their name. They definitely have a good situation ready from round number 1, but they definitely need to do a little bit more. For the Wolfpack earlier, good engagement right there, but of course they still need to make sure that they survive that initial engagement and of course their next few rounds. Meanwhile, Alpha, the smart team here, 11 for this team already. That's gonna put them in a good situation. Look at this. Camping out already, repositioning themselves, just making sure not to engage themselves and at least get some attention for their team for now. Perhaps reserving that for the latter part of the game. Meanwhile, Candy here, not driving perhaps towards one of the squads here. Perhaps it's gonna be
Ooh.
4K or somebody else. We'll have to check here. I think the game goal here for the Candy as well is to position themselves here in this house, at least to camp out it for a while now. At least let those teams come into from outside the zone and perhaps engage from them as well. But we'll definitely see how this one goes. For now, Mystic. Ian on the end trying to survive courtesy of Mystic Road. Firing away from all cylinders plus the zone takedown. Can he still make it? He's still alive. That's definitely a good thing right there. But of course, the rest of the crew way out in the open for him to assist. Mystic Road still have eye set of Ian coming in. Splinter trying to go in. Serpentine movement, anything. Use anything as a cover, and the smokes coming in as well for the assistance. But it's still not enough. Ian's still alive here. Speaking of alive, Forking still alive as well. Might need to deal with their own squads here from the other end. Perhaps that's going to be the Joker team here, but we'll never know. Blackfire also on the other end. Who gets to survive this one? Question is, who will be the king for round number 2?
Who indeed? That we still have 12 teams left for this round number 2, and that 12 teams has really been stable and stagnant for a couple of minutes now. So we are not seeing another wipeout coming from any one of the game. But oh, Mikol with a pistol able to get that kill against Spice Supremo. Now looking on this bird's eye view, Four Kings Vitality and another team of Four Kings and Blackfire are just around the area. However, your team of Four Kings here will be engaging against the players of the Vitality. So let's see how well they'll be able to execute that. Yato, Jeff, Tom, and Nye just making sure they survive, waiting for the opportunity, defending this very house on their own. 13 points, 13 frags now for the Four Kings, and get with that Jack 12, able to get that kill. Another one coming from Tom Pips with that Jack 12 shotgun, just dealing some chaos, havoc around the area. Smokes into the play, and I love the fact that these smokes is in a color of red. That adds up a little bit of a suspense on the area, making sure that this area stays intact for the hands of Four Kings. Now that's going to be 17 frags, 17 kills for your team number 15, your Four Kings main.
Four Kings main definitely making sure that they have all the numbers to their advantage. Meanwhile, Four Kings Joker here. No joke here. 20, I believe they have about about 2 frags only to their team. So that's a bit of an interesting setup for them. Perhaps during the last rounds, they'll be able to do something here. But meanwhile, the rest of the crew is still alive and kicking here. Mystic, one of the very smart squads that we've had already here. Losing one already, but so far they're still good to go and perhaps has an opportunity to make an upset against the Four King Jokers. But for now, they're definitely not engaging just yet. Basic and King Ray getting a lot of damage here from the outside zone. King Ray trying to survive this one as well from the Wolfpack. Trying to just serpentine away going into the zone, but we'll need to deal with Four Kings inside. Can they engage here? Probably not a good idea, but of course there's another squad inside. Banta shutting down Brandy right there. Basic shutting down one member as well. It is just absolute chaos inside here. Ngayon, trying to survive here. Mystic versus Four Kings here. 2v1 situation. 2 definitely wins right there. Jeff taking that W. And now Jeff crawling back here. Definitely knows one is there. Perhaps will not find it anymore. 6 teams just like that is left here for round number 2. Who survives this one? Let's see here. Looks like it's going to be a good setup here for the Four Kings.
Good setup, and the zone will be closing in 17 seconds. So it's gonna get a little bit spicy. It's gonna get chaotic now. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves. 6 squads, 6 teams left for this round number 2. Four Kings now coming in with a shot that's going to be APE from behind, and King Ray rather from the team of Wolfpack will do that damage against Tom Pips, and King Ray will be taken out by Gare with that Jack Swab shotgun, and another one down basic. Both of them out of the game on the hands of your Four Kings again. 13 points, 13 kills, 13 frags for the team of number 14, Blackfire Esports. Oh, rewind just in time, making sure he will be surviving those gunshots coming in. Oh, Trauma Ball comes into the play, and that grenade will do damage to Jep. Now, Ge and Jep will be taken out by the players of the Team Mystic, which is Meme, and now Blackfire. Four squad or four players left for them. That's going to be a 1v4. Will they be able to do this? Let's see if Mystic M will be able to do a clutch, or is it going to be a pure dominance coming from Blackfire? There you go. Travis will close that bout, and we have a winner. Team number 14 will be the fourth place, which is your Blackfire Esports for this round number 2.
Blackfire Esports definitely showing themselves up perfectly well right there. At the very end, they definitely had a very smart setup.
Yeah.
They managed to take down two players from outer the zone. And of course, with that 4v1 situation, they definitely have all the advantage. So congratulations to Blackfire Esports. Definitely a lot of kill points plus the placement as well. That's going to put them in a very good situation here as we check the scores. As we've mentioned, Blackfire Esports landing first place. Second place courtesy of Rogue, putting them at second, and of course Alpha with that survival instinct from I believe Rudor Sydney, putting them at third place, and of course fourth place would be our Four Kings as well for fourth and fifth place, both Four Kings. All right, of course we're gonna be checking in with Doc Z and Sharlene for their feedback and their comments about our game number 2, ladies. Take it
Take
away.
it away.
Wow! Grabe yun! Grabe! Uy! Wala, wala naman zoom.
Gaano ka close?
Oo, gaano tayo ka-close? Ganyang ka-close. Grabe. Grabe no, Char.
Oo,
Round 2
grabe.
just ended and nakita natin ang laki ng adjustments talaga. Nagdi-depend talaga ang gameplay sa maps and sa ano ba, kalakasan ng bawat isa. Kasi kung
Tama.
sanay ka sa blackout, ikaw ang magdo-dominate sa blackout, 'di ba?
Tama. Kitang-kita natin na iba yung nanalo ngayon. Pero nakita natin na parang consistent ang 4K sa
Yes.
placing. In
Tama.
fairness sa kanila, parang palong-palo sila at parang may mga gustong patunayan. But again, to all the viewers watching right now, kanina we encountered some technical
Yes.
difficulties, pero we truly appreciate your support and your patience. Thank you so much for still sticking around. And syempre, alam naman namin na kaya kayo nandito is to support your favorite teams and syempre to witness who will win for tonight. Kung sino makakuha ng W, di ba?
Yes. Shoutout nga pala sa 2.8K na nanonood sa TikTok ko and sa mga nanonood sa Blue app and sa YT. Continue to like and share the stream, guys. And again, we're very sorry sa nangyaring technical difficulties. Sana hindi na po yan mangyari ulit. And tuloy-tuloy lamang ang show. Let's go.
Yes,
At
yes.
babalik tayo sa gameplay kanina, no? Kala natin unstoppable na ang Leap kasi sila ang nag-top 1 nung round 1.
Oo
But,
nga.
guys, nag-catch up ang Fire. Black Fire, diba?
Yes.
Grabe. With
Ayan.
different strategy.
Yes, ngayon let's show kung sino yung top 5 teams na nakapasok for round 2. Yan, we have at number 1, syempre ang nakakuha ng trono, ang Blackfire Esports. Ngayon naman sa number 2, ang Four Kings main. Next naman at number 3, Alpha. Top 4, 4K Overload. And top 5, ang Mystic. If I'm not mistaken, Mystic is from Malaysia.
Yeah.
A Malaysian team.
The
Nakapasok
one
sa
and
top
only
5.
Malaysian
Yes.
team.
Of course, we want to congratulate them kasi yan naman talaga ang pinapanood ngayon ng mga taga-Malaysia sa YT. Shoutout to everyone who's watching on YouTube. And yes, guys, still, it's anyone's game kasi it's too early to know. But of course, if nakapasok ka sa top 5, it's nice to get some extra points to boost you later on the game.
Yes, yes. And ngayon, babalik na naman ulit tayo sa Isolated. So,
Oo.
mag-iibang gameplay na naman yan. Ibang dynamics, ibang
Alam mo, yun nga yung
coordination.
mahirap eh. Kasi parang nakapag-warm up ka na sa isolated kanina, tapos biglang magba-blackout. Tapos, kung inaalala mo kung ano yung nangyari kanina sa isolated, talagang pwedeng magbago ang strategy ng bawat isa. Depende sa kung ano ang pinapakita ng bawat squads natin dito.
And sabi
Ayan.
actually ng mga casters natin, marami tayong makikitang vehicles sa blackout. But, surprisingly, wala tayong halos nakitang naka-vehicle ngayon, di ba?
I think they were expecting na talagang may mga gagamit ng FHJ and SMRS. That's why iniwasan na rin talaga ng mga squads yan. Kaya parang tutukan na lang ang naging nangyari. But of course, Gamagori and Dad, what can you say about the game a while ago sa round 2 natin?
There you have it. So yeah, round two offered a different dynamics, and yeah, it surprised us, right? We did mention na maraming vehicle to, but these players, these teams, Gamagori, Dad, you're wrong. We're gonna be fighting with one another. We'll be fighting with gunshots. We'll be fighting with SMRS head to head with one another. We have wild cards now. We can use that to our advantage, and definitely they did.
Yeah, actually, most of the vehicles that we actually saw during the matchup were open targets for
Mm.
most of these players carrying their launchers. So that's basically the negative side of it. Eh. So you're able to have that mobility, but unfortunately, you've been open target for anyone who would actually see you moving to the map. So I
Yeah.
guess for most of them, they were actually just either ditching it already and just going straight in for the gunfight. So they were able to use it a little bit, ditch it immediately, and they have already the distance that they need. They go in for the
Mhm.
fight as well. So it's really an interesting dynamics here for most of these teams. So the question is for round number 3, as we go back to isolated again. So as mentioned by Sharlene, do you have that readjustment again, or is just something that you can utilize already since you know this map really really well? So ito na ba yung chance for most of the squads na medyo makabawi dahil kabisado na nila ang
Yes.
isolated?
Yes.
But of
Mhm.
course, for most of the squads that are already at least on the top 5, actually I can see here that some of them have been significantly consistent, but for at least 2 squads, it's been a good run so far, pero I have to say, sobrang dikit ng numbers. It
Mhm.
can change
Mhm.
literally if round number 3 goes to one of the squads that have not been mentioned for round number 1 and 2, magbabago yung buong ranking sa atin. Ganun katindi. Ganun katindi yung setup because I can definitely see at least, I guess, for Leap and Bound, if they manage to secure again round number 3, that entire dynamic will definitely change. Mystic was not there earlier. Now they're present, although they definitely need to do a little bit
Yeah.
more. Four Kings main was not doing well at round number 1. Nakabawi lang sila ng round number 2. Can they do that throughout the evening? But so far, fans of the Blackfire Esports are definitely rejoicing because they've been absolutely consistent for now number 1 and 2. Question, do they still have the stamina for round number 3? That's a different story
Dap.
right there.
Yes. Pero again, dahil nga nagka-technical difficulties tayo, bakbakan na agad!
Yes!
Gamagori and Dad, take it away!
There you have it. That's what I miss once again, the take it away part. So yes, I definitely agree that there are some consistencies that we can see coming from different teams, coming from different players. And that is the beauty of multiple rounds, especially with a pointing system and for the grand finals, because it gives chance to other teams, other clans, other players to rise up, accumulate their points even more, and of course, try to bring up their name up to the bracket, up to the leaderboards. Now, just a heads up, we did show you the top 5 ranking for round number 2 and round number 1. Again, that is not accumulated. That is
Mhm.
only for the round itself.
Yeah.
Now, I know that some of you out there, are so-called mathematician and already
Doing
computing
their
the
own math.
scores, diba? Exactly.
yeah.
So, we'll keep a little bit of suspense, but we will be revealing the entirety of the scores at the end. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is now your round number 3 of Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale, and here we go!
Round number 3 up and running already. This time coming in from the south side of the map all the way up north, favoring basically the east side of our map here at Isolated. So again, the goal for most of these squads, definitely secure your loot. immediately shut down your opponents regardless of the situation that you have. I mean, we actually saw for round number 2, someone was able to take down someone with a handgun. So technically, they were just coming in from the
Revive fly.
revive, and they were able to take out an opponent already. That's how you have to do it, regardless of what you have right now. Find opponents, take them out, get that score. That's gonna be your goal for most of these squads. Aggressive playstyle is the key here. You cannot play safe already at this point. This is the midway of the game already, so you definitely want to make sure to get at least 10 frags to your name, and then of course place yourself at least top 3 here. Mystic making themselves alive already with that first takedown already for the evening. Round number 3 here for the rest of the crew, still alive for the rest. So I mean, we actually expect for some of these squads to at least disappear already within the first 5 minutes perhaps. Let's see.
There you go. First few moments, and we are already getting some full pack action coming from different teams and players. Now, on the side of Vitality, it looks like they'll be challenging, contesting against your TMW. But for the meantime, all of them minding their own business, checking up the loot, making sure that they are geared up before fighting with one another. And that's going to be the same scenario being shown to us by your team Revenant. While the team Mystic is being a little bit aggressive, are they? Nat will be taken out by Mystic Meme with that KRM shotgun. And look at that, ladies and gents. 2 kills already for your team number 13, your team Mystic. And there's still a Revenant and another players from the team APE. So there's like roughly around 3 teams or 3 colors that we can see around the area. But your team of Revenant is now engaging against the APE. And now Revenant will be focusing their attention instead to the players of Mystic. While APE Seiya is being bombarded as well. Seiya will be taken out by Revenant C, but Seiya will be able to score a knockdown as well against Revenant A, just exchanging the kill. However, your team Revenant with a backup from that side will be able to lock that point, lock that frag, just like so. Seiya will be taken out by your Revenant C.
Was a good setup right there. You actually saw for Revenant and AP, they could actually finish that one off, but again, they decided to just go in for the heal. The knockdown is already there. There's no pressure ready to finish the job right then and there, so that's fine. That's a good mindset for most of these squads. You cannot just go in immediately, perhaps, because if that's been the case, if you try to go in for the finish immediately and somebody else comes in, you're gonna put yourselves in an even worse situation. So good thinking right there for these squads. Meanwhile, right now, Hashira Homura, not a good start as well. Zack and they're basically the only ones left. And unfortunately, Void going down here. Bad Bird going in for the assist. At least that's gonna survive for Leap and Bound. As we've mentioned, these squad needs to put up a little bit of an extra effort since we were not able to witness them really pop off for round number 2. Hopefully for round number 3, they can do something here. Pape with that rewind. Just a bit of a quick setup right there. Needs to play it up fast. Karma trying to go in through the smoke. Shutdown is good right there, through and through. And now, Pave Esports basically just playing with 3-man stack here. Meanwhile, for Potato Aim as well, needs to deal with the loss of Supremo and Light. Perhaps they're going to be coming back in just a bit right now, but calm for this one first, because they definitely want to make sure that they can secure themselves before moving in this time. And of course, Pave crawling in. Just look at that distance for Pave Esports and Potato Gaming. Their Potato Gaming is just too far out from each other, so that's not going to be a good situation for them, as Karma inching away from Chi here. Perhaps might not find him just yet, but hopefully for Potato Aim, they could survive this one. Let's see if that will be the case.
Surviving, or you're gonna be aggressive. Let's see. For the team Pave, they got 2 frags, 2 points, 2 kills already for themselves, and now just chilling here, waiting for the timing, waiting for that opportunity, while the players of Mystic, see Rogue with that KRM, managed to get another knockdown from or for their team. 78 players and 22 teams are left on the battlefield. Again, this is round number 3. We are now midway on this grand finals, and there's no time to relax, aren't we? There's no time for jokes. There's no time of playing around. You need to rack up that score, and Remy do understand that well. That's gonna be 2 frags right on the get-go with a good aim coming from Immortal Esports. Remy, that's gonna be 5 kills now for their team number 17, i.e. Exodus. And now just happily looting up those boxes for themselves as Bula getting inside of that antelope and just gonna be roaming a little bit, repositioning, getting the high ground, but get with a BY15 able to get a kill against Marv of the team APE. KD now 3 players left for your Apple Prime Esports, making a little bit of a run for it and just trying to disengage while Top Pips will go in and use that inbuilt airborne for their advantage, trying to roam around, maybe get that bird's eye view against them. And Vanta will be taken out by Tom of the Four Kings. It's gonna be Four Kings versus Four Kings right now. Tokyo eliminating Yato with a crispy headshot as well. It's gonna be your Overload joining the action. Oh my goodness me. Overload versus the Four Kings man is now boiling through with a little bit of a side of APE, just trying to disrupt the action. But now Powder and Tokyo will be the last 2 players standing for the Four Kings, and Powder will be taken out by Ge with that one top BY15. Tokyo now is the last player. Vanta has been scanned, so Vanta will be back in a few more moments, but Tokyo needs to survive a little bit longer and maybe, just maybe, get those dog tags as well.
Overlord not in a good situation right now against Four Kings main. That solid engagement definitely is such an interesting setup. Meanwhile, of course, for AP, you better not deal with this for now. At least
Look
get
at that.
yourself out of that situation. Perhaps, find the rest of the crew, get them back in the game at least for that's gonna go for Mabi for sure. You don't want to deal with that 3v4 situation right there. And then meanwhile, coming in this time from LV and Leap and Bound coming in back here, but of course Blackfire just around the corner here. Paul and Dame. No frags yet for this team, but dealing with some cluster strikes, perhaps just trying to get away for now, as we only have 20 squads remaining here at this point. It's still somehow a bit of a slow setup, but we definitely see a little bit more engagement here for round number 3. Smarter setup here for, I guess, for most of these squads. Leap Unbound, high ground advantage right at the corner there. Void trying to spot Riku from up top. Will not engage just yet, perhaps.
Airdrop incoming.
Yeah, definitely utilizing those wild cards in play. Void from the backstab. Oops, the rewind kicks in perfectly, but Riku still gets some damage courtesy of Void, but will not finish just yet. Meanwhile, Bad Burn here from inside. It's a 2v2 setup here for Leap and Bound, definitely dealing with a different squad from other sides here. Bane here, trying to resecure himself, perhaps. 4 squads here. LV, no frags yet to this team. Definitely needs to get some numbers there ASAP. Meanwhile, Exodus trying to spot here. Probably AXP from the corner. Plus 1 member from the outside. So they don't really need to bother themselves perhaps with that one. Speaking of which, bothered is for Wolfpack here. 4-man stack, but will not deal with Vitality here at the corner, perhaps. Not just yet. Probably just making sure to have an idea of where they're going first, perhaps going in for a backstab. But let's see what their plan is for Vitality. Wolfpack, will you bite or will you disengage?
Wolfpack isn't biting, that's for sure. They're just trying to hold on that high ground while the team or players of Vitality is traversing the lower grounds. But Paul using that zip line now to reposition and manage to get onto that tower on their way to the dock side of the map, which is of course inside of the zone, while in zone with that SMRS dealing a damage against the players of your Yumura. 3 players left now for the team HRA. They don't have any frags just yet. Smoke's coming in, and your Leap and Bound being aggressive right here. There will be taken out by in zone with that SMRS. Delta Tang also taking some action against the players of the Alpha or the team Alpha, while the team HRA on this side is just waiting for their timing, waiting for their opportunity. They still need to get the dog tag of there. And look at that. A very good position coming from Zach, waiting for someone to play a little bit aggressive, try to play with a catch on and trying to chase, and they will definitely pay the price. However, that zone kicking in is no joke. That damage coming from the blue zone is no joke at all. They need to be mindful of that. They need to be careful of that and get inside of the safe zone. And your Leap and Bound is getting a little bit aggressive. They're trying to find other players around, just traversing the outskirts of the zone. And MJ is about to get a clash? Nope. MJ will just be going in for the pickoff with the aim zone and just gonna be riding around. Going now to the side of IE. Oh, 4 Kings versus IE is about to boil down. 13 kills for the Team Immortal Esports. 4 Kings just below them. Shots coming in. Throwables here coming from Glue. A little bit of a cook is going on, but the players of the 4 Kings will be disengaging. They don't want to take this battle against the players with a high ground advantage. And honestly, that's a good decision. Instead of pushing with a little bit of ego, you don't want to do that. But your IE is now fighting against the team of DU and Omega. Really being the Omega managed to knock down one, but Rinka will shot him down.
Shut down right there. 18 squads still alive and kicking for round number 3 here. Meanwhile, coming in from a different position, 4 Kings, Akasa, spotting perhaps one member here, AP, not from the corner. Those nades definitely might work, but I think the distance is not just there. For AP Candy, Nath is not in a good situation. Seiya, Mavi, and Marv still alive and kicking here. Definitely needs to put a little bit numbers to their board. One flag only for their team, but they need to deal with probably the worst team to deal with is, of course, that is Blackfire Esports, who has been on a roll for the past 2 rounds right now. But of course, Mavi perhaps not engaging just yet, trying to just make sure that they have all the comms for their team, or perhaps reposition themselves as well with their better equipment. Meanwhile, Red and the rest of the crew. Interestingly, for Blackfire Esports, no flags yet for this team. Hoping to have that one courtesy of Vitality from the long distance range. Could not connect just yet. Nashty trying to go in, trying to fire away and spray and pray, but nothing connecting perfectly just yet. Blackfire may have to deal with the Wolfpack here up on top. Let's see if this one works for them. Hasty spots them already. High ground advantage coming in, but could not deliver, unfortunately. Travis shuts it down already. Red finding another one. It's a throwback right there. King Ray with a trade. Could not finish. Blackfire still alive there. 3v3 situation basically happening for Blackfire and Wolfpack. But Wolfpack somehow has a bit of an advantage here. Travis, no plate here, trying to survive. Dealing it, but King Ray is taken out already. Nashty taking out Kian as well. So somehow, Blackfire Esports survives that initial takedown. Mystic there down low. Basic is still alive. Can still put Wolfpack back in the game. But Vitality will not engage with either two just yet. But EO perhaps wants to get in on the action. But Mystic, rest of the crew for the backup is coming in. Blackfire is not yet recovered from that initial engagement. Mystic coming in hot already. They want the smoke. Let's see if they get it this time. Mystic Eye trying to go through and through with the smoke right now. Trying to go for a break of a plate. Could not connect just yet. And now needs to push back a bit. And let's see if they can deal with this one through and through. They have all the advantage right now. High ground. Blackfire is on the run. They can deal with it if they wanted to. But of course, Delta is on the other side as well. Because I think Mystic wants to deal with them instead. This is just absolute crazy here.
Oh my goodness me. Well, honestly, Mystic already got the upper hand by, engaging a squad that is not yet fully recovered. It's just that your players from Blackfire reacted on that quickly. Throw in some smokes and a lot of smoke grenades and make the run for it. And luckily for them, Delta is there to shut it short. So they won't be pushing that much. Now, going to the side of your team number 15, your 4 Kings main, rocking a solid 11 points, 11 kills now for this round number 3. Using that snowboard to reposition Tompips here, a little bit hangry on that side, a little bit of ORV to roam around the map and maybe get inside of the zone. APE Marv also getting a challenge against the players of Mystic, and Meme will be taken out with a sniper. Going to the side of your team, Pave, 6 kills now for their team. We are watching a leap and bound just in front of them, but we also saw HRA, but Nasiv will take the kill against Gab of the APE Zenith from that encounter. 7 points now for the team. Pave is still on a trio man standing. Let's see how well they'll be able to retaliate against the opposing teams, against the opposing players on this very high ground of this moment. 50 players 17 teams, and the show is now boiling through. Clip knocking down Im Zone from the Leap Esports. Nasib will be taken out by Void with a frag grenade. Total will be taken out by Herbo with an AR. Now Immortal Esports Glue is on the run, getting a little bit of resources coming from that green drop with 3 players left for their team.
This tower will definitely be a critical moment for this zone right now. So you can see most of these squads trying to go in already in that area. Open here for the port. APE Seiya trying to go in as well. They probably needs to engage with Vitality because they don't really have much of a choice here. They definitely need to put a little bit of the numbers for their team. Marv, long range, I don't think that's gonna connect just yet. But of course, Brani shutting down OK Cherry already. Bad Burn making sure to shut down Era as well from AXP. And now let's see here. Blackfire Esports putting 3 frags already to their name. Perhaps it's a time to deal with Mystique here. Perhaps if they wanted to. Or IE from the distance. But they're not yet competing just as Remy. Dealing with Mystique instead right now. Hashira is all over the place as well. As we're down to our final 12. The zone closing in. Yato trying to pop in the grenade against Alpha. Will not connect, but still the trade is going to be there. The push off will be there as well. And as you can see for Blackfire Esports, they're not really as aggressive at this point. They're making sure that they're only engaging when necessary. Meanwhile, as we're coming in from the side Delta on the top, Alpha's Aspect is all alone. 4K crew here uphill. And now it is just an absolute chaos all over the place. Everywhere you go, there's opponents. So the question is, how will you survive this one? How will you engage? Who do you engage? And will you be victorious?
Victorious will really come along to the players who have the most experience and the good game knowledge. Because yes, a little bit of luck will come in play when it comes to the safe zone and positioning. However, if you have the upper hand when it comes to game knowledge and experience, you might be able to push your team on a better advantage. Now, Barbara Sniper, there you go, dealing without, able to get that kill. EO will be taken out from the hands of Vitality, and now APE doing a little bit of a push. There's still a lot of players and clans and teams on the high ground. Mavi making it short, just trying to survive on that side, waiting for their teammates to do a backup. Luki firing some shot now with an AK-117, doing some damage towards the other players, but not enough to take a kill just yet. But oh, there you go, Kareem will be taken out by Nat, and Kareem will also take out Mavi, just exchanging the kill, trading the kill for the sake of their team. Down to 7 teams now, 5 kills for the team APE, down to their last player, I believe so, but looks like your team APE is still trying to survive right there. Marvin's already knocked down, Nat is on the move, Leap and Bounce is also traversing the lands of that outskirts, and Travis will do some damage right there. Luki eliminating Glue from the IE, a good aim coming here from Travis. Remy is on the pinch, and there you go, Travis will be the final blood on that Remy. Now it's going to be 5 kills now for the team of Blackfire, 6 teams left. Zone will be closing in again in 10 seconds, and look how many of them are still alive. This is the scene that we want to see. Lip Boy, Lip MJ on the low grounds. 4 kings also up and kicking. Yato dealing damage. Delta Psyche taken out, and 16 kills now. By the way, for the 4 kings main, Blackfire Luke eliminating Lip MJ, leaving Lip Void as the last player, but Void will be taken out by Red. Oh my goodness, be total chaos. Back-to-back action, a total havoc coming from our teams, and the zone is closing in fast. No need to think. You are needing now to rely on your muscle memory. You need to rely on your game sense, on your game knowledge. There's no more strategy on this one, boys. You need to do it on your own. Fucking Storm Pips with a little bit of a jackalope, dancing around with a smoke and a snowbird combination. But Travis and Nori were able to take down the players from the Mystic, and just like that, the Blackfire able to deal a lot of damage against the Mystic players. Now King, Storm, and Yato fighting against the Blackfire. 2 teams left. Red will be taken out. Travis will be taken out. Yato will be taken out. And your Blackfire will prevail. And we have a winner. Oh my goodness me. Blackfire Esports will do the job on that round number 3. Oh my goodness,
Consistency is the key. My goodness, Blackfire Esports had actually the worst situation right there. They had to
Agreed.
deal with IE on top. they had to deal with AP on the side. Four Kings was coming in from another side as well. Plus, of course, one member roaming around from another. So definitely they were pinched quite hard, but definitely movement setup, engagement was very solid. Managed to survive their initial setup, and basically Four Kings versus Blackfire. They come up on top with the numbers that as well, plus their placement points that definitely gonna put them in a better situation. But of course, Four Kings main definitely has a run for their money. Again, Mystic. This team you cannot
Mystic,
discount.
yeah.
They may not have started well for round number one. Number two and number three has been well for them as well. For Delta, good job for surviving that one as well. And same thing with IE Exodus. Good setup for the fifth place. But of course, for now, we're gonna check in with Doc Z and Sharlene with their feedback and their observations for round number three. Ladies, floor is
Take it
yours.
away.
Amazing,
Oh.
amazing, amazing gameplay. 'Di ba? Ayusin ko na naman yung camera ko.
Every round dapat inaayos.
Oh,
May
okay
surprise
na.
every round.
Tama,
Grabe.
grabe. Blackfire secures another W, guys, dito sa
Grabe. Oh
Community
my
Gladiators. Pero, anong round na nga ba tayo? Sorry, lost ako.
Third round na tayo.
Third round
Halftime
na
na
pa.
tayo. And things are getting spicy.
Yes,
Grabe.
medyo pa-intense na pa-intense ang laban. Grabe yung mga clutch plays. Tama si Dad kanina. Medyo nasa, kumbaga sa sandwich, tinapay, sila yung nasa gitna, di ba?
Oo.
Yung Blackfire kanina.
Oo.
So, kailangan nila i-deal talaga yung IE Exodus. Pero, nakuha pa rin nila yung panalo kahit na talagang nasa gitna sila. Kumbaga
Yes.
talagang na-calculate nila yung situation ng very, very well.
Pero ganito ka-close yung laban talaga.
Hindi
Ganito.
ganyan. Hindi, ganito.
Paano? Ay, oo, ganyan.
Nakita mo?
Ganyan.
Hindi
Oo,
mo kita,
ganyan.
di ba?
Oo, ganyan. Kasi, top 1 nga sa placing ang Fire.
Blackfire. Yes.
Pero ang 4K na nasa top 2, 4 Kings main, ang daming kills.
yes! Ngayon,
18
tingnan nga
kills
natin.
in total.
Tingnan nga natin kung
Sige.
sino yung top 5 teams natin for round 3. Let's check it out.
Grabe. Sa ating top 1, nakikita nyo guys, oh, this is the cumulative points. Sa
Okay,
match
balik,
3,
balik.
Balik natin.
Surprise dapat yan. Surprise dapat yan eh.
Yes.
But again,
Dapat ang ilinalagay natin is yung per round natin.
oo nga guys. But yes, again, medyo nakakabigla yung mga labanan kanina. Kasi, parang dapat talaga, ako para sa akin, round 3 talaga is deciding round talaga yan. Deciding round talaga yan. And you can tell the squads were way more calculated talaga with their moves this time. And this round felt like a turning point. Kasi yung mga teams, grabe talaga yung mga decision making nila. Pero sa akin, maganda makuha yung momentum dito sa round 3. Kasi kapag nakuha mo yung momentum dito sa round 3, pwede ka nang plumay safe. Or malalaman mo dito kung kailangan mo maging aggressive. Kasi adjusting to eh. Adjusting talaga tong round 3. Pero again, may mga nagtatanong dito, ano nga daw ba yung basihan ng pointing system? Let's show them lang ng mabilis na mabilis kung ano yung pointing system natin. So again, 1 kill is equal to 1 point, di ba, Doc Z? Sa number 1 naman, anong makakuha sa makaka-top 1?
Top 1 is 10 points, top 2 is 9 points. Ay, isang agwat lang pala, no?
Yes,
top 3
isa
is
lang.
8 points, top 4 is 7 points, top 5, 6 points, and go,
Yes.
Shar.
Top 6 naman makakakuha ng 5 points, top 7, 4 points, top 8, 3 points, and top 9, 2 points, and ang top 10 ay makakuha ng 1 puntos. Pwede na, di ba? Kahit 1 puntos yan, minsan
Not
nakakabigla yan eh.
Oo,
Yan
not
yung
bad.
nagpapa-add sa points natin and nagpapabigla kung makakapasok ba tayo sa top 5. But again, meron pa tayong 2 rounds. Pwedeng-pwede pa makabawi ang mga
Humabol.
teams natin dito. Pwedeng-pwede pa humabol. Pwedeng-pwede pa maka-place sa top 5 at sino ako hindi ko alam pa rin kung sino yung mananalo or sino
Ako
yung
din eh.
ika-crown natin ngayon for
Yes.
Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. Ikaw, Doc, may bet ka ba? Like, hindi bet dahil sinusuportahan mo yung team dati pa or napapanood mo sila or yung basta nakikita mong nagpe-play well ngayon. Sino sa tingin
Huwag mo
mo?
kong tatanungin sa ganyan, mamaya may masabi sila.
Hindi, walang
Pero,
bias to. Wala naman kami
oo,
sinusuport
walang
na
bias.
teams,
Pero
guys.
I think, ang pwede talagang mangibabaw ngayon, either Four Kings, Blackfire, and Lip. Yun.
Oh.
Though, humahabol rin ang Mystic.
Yes, yung
Talagang may pinuprove
only
ang Malaysian team eh.
our only Malaysian
Yes,
teams that
yes.
made it to the finals ay talagang palung-palo din.
Yes.
They were so intense sa mga nakaraang rounds and let's see if they can maintain, 'di ba, the momentum. But again, Dad and Gamma, what can you say about dun sa round 3 na naganap sa isolated map?
There you have it. So, I definitely agree, right, with what we have mentioned for the team of Blackfire, on which they are able to deal with a lot of pressure. And I think that's not just because of strategy. I think there's more factors involved in that. First, pressure is on. Zone is closing in. Yes, you can still do your comms, but at the same time, you need to trust your teammates that they can deal with someone up top, and you trust your teammates that they can deal someone below them, and it's just really their game sense kicking in and their chemistry kicking in that gave them the win for that round. Don't you think that?
Wala ako. Definitely. When it comes to these situations, especially the difficult ones, you really have to rely first on yourself. How well you know to play the game and how kumbaga kapagalingan talaga ng tutok. So how
Mhm.
well you
Yes.
are well adept with your respective weapons and your skill set. So your
Yes.
move set is definitely something there. Now, actually for some of these squads, they may not have been able to position themselves for the top 5, but they were able to manage to secure a lot of kills
A
already.
lot of points.
So
Mhm.
I'm checking actually the grand totals for both kill points and total points. For most of them, it's so hard to predict because you would probably see for most of them they are just up by 3, up by 4. So medyo top round
Suspense.
4 and number 5 is something that they definitely need to work on. For one squad, if they manage to secure at least top 3 for round number 4 and 5, they will be able to bump up one of the two strong squads natin.
Ooh.
So sa top 5, so medyo the math is matting but it's so tight as in. But for one respective team who has been absolutely consistent, if they fail to do something well on round number 4 and 5, malalaglag sila. As in. Kasi pag nilagay mo yung ibang number sa iba, bababa sila. Ganun kaliit. So round number 4 is not a round that they should be complacent, or even round number 5. But for some of these squads, if they manage to really engage with their opponents and take those skill points, at least for round number 4 and 5, regardless of their placements, that's gonna put them at least top 4, top 5. So at least
Yes.
that's gonna be a better situation for them.
Pero again, clear ko lang ha, na ang nangyayari pala sa ating mga pinapakitang points, parang din sa mga viewers, like aware sila. Cumulative, kumbaga pati placing, pati pointing system, yun yung pinapakita namin. Pero hindi namin pinapakita yung total ng lahat ng nangyari.
Wala pa, wala pa.
Wala pa. Mamaya pa namin
Naka-secret
ipapakita
pa sa
yun.
atin.
Naka-secret pa. So, medyo nalito lang kami ni Doc Z kasi medyo intense talaga yung laban. So, parang talagang nadala kami. Akala namin ipapakita yung top 5. But again, pakita lang ulit natin ng very, very quick kung sino ang nasa top 5 natin. Ayan, we have Four Kings main kasi nga kanina nagmukbang nga sila, 'di ba? Nagmukbang sila kanina. So kahit hindi nila nakuha yung number 1, ay parang bumawi sila sa kill points talaga. So at number 2, yes, Dad and Gamma, go take it away.
Okay, there you go. I
Okay.
think they're now still adjusting it, making sure that it's
Yes.
gonna be perfect, making sure
Uh.
that it's aligning on what we have. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that's completely totally fine, and we're just making sure that the inputs.
Yan,
There you
yan.
go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much to the
Yan.
backend team for being quick on adjusting just like so. So okay, top number 2 is gonna be your leap and bound. Third place, we got here Blackfire. 4th, we have Immortal Esports Exodus. And look like top number 5, we got Mystic. Again, these are the official rankings so far, but we're not gonna be revealing the scores or the numbers just yet. Even though
Secret pa.
magaling na kayong mag-math dyan eh. Na-compute nyo na yan eh.
Hindi,
May
walang
mga,
numbers, hindi nila mamamat yan.
meron
Pero,
actually. May mga
marami
masisipag
yan,
sa comment
Oo,
section
Hindi,
na
marami.
kung
nagmamath.
na-screenshot nila, di ba? Pero
The
kasi
effort,
ito,
no?
mahirap to eh. Mahirap to malaman kung ano yung total points eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
again, guys, dahil nga medyo mabilisan tayo, Dad and Gamagori, take it away for round 4.
There you have it. All right, Dad, we are back, and now it's gonna be round number 4.
Yep.
Again, even though we are now approaching the final moments, I definitely agree with Dad. These teams should not be complacent. There is no time for
Super.
them to relax. Super. They're only just a few, let's say, points, inches away from one another. It's very tight. It's very close to one another. So that really depends now on how they will be able to perform for round number 4 and round number 5. Is that right, Dan?
That is correct. Actually, for round number 2, as we've actually seen earlier, no, top place came with Blackfire Esports, but the kill points came in here for 4King Main. 4King Main. So there were the top 2 performers basically for Blackout round number 2. For round number 4, if any of them fails, that
Mhm.
entire lineup changes completely. So it's a habit for some of these squads. They still have an opportunity to really bump up their numbers, particularly for our top 3, 4, and 5 on the grand number. So if you're doing your math, you definitely know who these teams are. So the goal is basically make sure that they have all the kills. If you get yourselves to at least 10 rags already, plus put yourselves in at least top 4 position, that's gonna bump up your numbers really, really well. For the rest of the crew, definitely they need to be a little bit stronger, aggressive, smarter with their gameplays. They cannot play safe right now. This is a do or die situation for all of them for round number 4 and round number 5. So Gaba, here we go.
And here we go! Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale round number 4 is now boiling through, and we are hearing some gunshots already coming from the Team HRA fighting against the Team Pave. Looks like they don't want to dwindle down and just go head on with the action, and that's how they want to do it. Paes will get that first blood coming from Light, eliminating Omega of the Team DU. Still, 23 teams is still intact. DU, HRA, Paes, there's 3 teams, 3 callers on the same area, on the same vicinity, but looks like your Team Pave is now pushing a little bit here. HRA will be having this. There's going to be 4 squads. Oh my goodness, it's a total wreck. There you go, Gichi able to knock down against Zach. King will be taken out by the players of the Team Pave. It's going to be a back-to-back action now. They're going to be trying to disengage and engage, and this is how they want to do it. But the Team HRA is now down to the last player. There will be the last player standing, and now on the run. Let's see if he can make it up. No! Paes Light will give him the light.
Light coming into the light, basically courtesy of Paes right there. And now, of course, we are already down to 21 squads just like that. That is how
Oh my
intense
God.
round number 4 has been. Dios trying to survive here with the aggressive section here from Potato Aim Esports here as they're trying to get, but Hangin trying to go in for the takedown, managed to knock out one member already, but unfortunately does not have enough plates already for himself. But Dio has an opportunity to come back strong. Omega coming to fly in, back in the game here. And now Hangin, 1 frag already. Without plates, doesn't really matter. Try to shut down the light, manages to knock down right there. Herber from the other side coming in for the tag team from the corner. Could not deliver just yet, but Omega with the handgun finish of light right there. And now, of course, regardless of the situation, DU making sure that they're playing aggressive here right now. But meanwhile, IE Exodus coming in as well. 4 frags already for their team just at the get-go of this matchup. This is an absolutely intense setup for them, but for now, it's still going to be quiet for them as they were able to shut down their opponents already for this one. 19, just like that, are left for our round number 4. So it's just an absolutely chaotic round right here, Gaba. So the question is, when will we actually calm down at this point?
Chaotic indeed. And I think on a better praising, we are seeing a lot of brawl. It's like a brawl. I don't see that much of a strategy. What they're doing is they hear a footstep, they aim, they shoot. It's a more of a brawl fight. That's what I've been going through. They just want to secure those kills. Again, trusting their game sense, trusting their knowledge, and of course, trusting their aim. Now, basically, all of these players have already been warmed up. Their fingers are ready, their aim is good, and their mind is really set onto the goal. So definitely all of that boiling down now is going to be how they trust one another. Now Kyrie on a mission to get the dog tags, and Kyrie will be able to do just like so, manages to scan both of them, and both of them will be coming back into the action. 71 players and 19 teams left, but your late void is also giving us some action from their side of the map, while the team of Four Kings Overload is busy here making sure that they're upgraded. They have the loots, they have the resources, plates, and even the wild cards that they need to secure even better engagement. Leap aim zone just roaming around, a little bit of a hover here coming from Bad Point. Again, 19 teams is still on the good, and looks like the players of the Leap and Bound will be traversing the little bit of the outskirts, trying to check maybe if there's someone around, or would they want to take those high grounds for themselves. Now, moving to the side of Wolfpack, still in a full squad power. They don't have any frags, they don't have any kills just yet, but they're making sure that they're well looted. We are seeing a little bit of a shortage when it comes to ammunition, but definitely as long as they loot up, as long as they check every corner of these buildings, they will be able to recover. Now, APE and Four Kings is testing one another. They're trying to do a little bit of grenades. They're trying to do a little bit of a gunshot, just waiting for the timing, waiting for that hit mark, waiting for that armor breakage before pushing in. But hold on a minute. Another team of Four Kings joining the party. Yato as well from their side. But there you go. It's going to be Four Kings Joker joining the action as well, and wanting to get some engagement. It's going to be Four Kings versus Four Kings.
Four Kings versus Four Kings is the situation. Joker versus Main right now. They're just dealing with each other. But meanwhile, Wolfpack is also dealing with somebody else. AP, can they perhaps want to join in the fun? Just blast them out through the roof right now. They're all taking damage from each other. That would be the good move. But of course, they need to deal probably with DU as well from the other side here. Pader still alive and kicking with the rest of the crew here. Trying to perhaps get away from the situation. But for now, Vanta on the chase perhaps. Eye set up top on the Jokers, but will not connect just yet. The nades popping up. They need to move. The Jokers get out of this situation already. 2K time to go in. Will not connect just yet. Tokyo just going for the slide up now, trying to deal and survive, but unfortunately Casa takes them out. Meanwhile, Rinka shutting down Delta from the other side. Spark tried to go in for the 4Ks, calling in for the clusters. Will it connect? Bit of a damage, but could not finish just yet, but still gonna be a good one right there. Wolfpack dealing with Dio from the other side of the house here, but the Four Kings just trying to perhaps go in. Akasa perhaps already saw AP Candy here from the other side. Perhaps will not engage just yet. They have a little bit of a better prey here from outside. This is just an absolute chaos through and through. They're just trying to go in slowly but surely. Smart gameplay here. Cloudy from the other side just observing the situation. Will not engage that yet. This is not gonna put any scores to your team. They need to go in for that kill. Definitely, that's what they're doing right now. AP up top. Everyone's basically up top, but of course, the Jokers will leave the situation ready against 4K Overload, AP, Kenty, and Vitality. But who will survive this one? Right now, Krim, not in a good situation for Vitality. 3-man stack is still good for Vitality. To 1 flag only for their team, but now they have to withdraw from the action. Of course, for the rest, perhaps they need to be smarter about this one. They need to put more aggression on their side. Just be smart with their gameplays and really chase their opponents and get those kills. Negi, with the launcher hand, perhaps will go for the engage, but not just yet, perhaps. They're trying to reposition themselves. Meanwhile, it's Leap versus Fire on the other side. Pabe versus Wolfpack on the other. It is just an absolute chaos, but we still have 19 squads here as we approach the zone closing in about 2 minutes less.
Oh my goodness, there's still a lot of teams here. Another team got wiped out, and Nasib will take the kill against DU Hangin, wiping them out. Now for the team Pave, that's a solid 6 kills already for the team. Again, this is now round number 4 on Blackout map, and it's still rocking on this area. 60 players on the go. Blackfire just having the mic here, just trying to make sure that every one of them get inside of the zone. A little bit of a medic to ensure survivability, while the team APE Candy is fighting against your 4 Kings overload. 4 Kings now just securing this high ground. Padre and Vanta, both of them taken out already. Tokyo fresh from the revive flight now with a good aim, doing a lot of damage, but not enough to take a kill. And now Nat is going in for the scan to have their teammates back into the action, but still the players of your 4 Kings overload just trying to secure their area. They don't want to back down just yet. They don't want to disengage just yet, and just waiting for one another to come back. But IE Glue with that SMG able to take that kill against Delta Psycha. That's going to be 7 kills now for them, and for the team IE still on a full squad power, while also Mystique with a sniper able to get that kill against Branny. Mystique versus 4 Kings is also boiling down on the other side of the map, while the team of IE trying to secure a little bit of this high ground. And again, her position is very important. It may be the high ground advantage, or even the low grounds do have an advantage on their own. It really depends on the situation that how you want to play in. But 4 Kings Brandy back on his feet, a little bit of a broken armor, but now trying to recover using some black plates. And Park Renzo with a SMRS trying to deal damage against the players of Mystique, and Akaza with a sniper able to knock down Rogue from the players of Mystique. And now that's going to be opening up the opportunity to push forward. Mystique down to their 2 players. Meme going in for the rescue, but the players of your 4 Kings Joker doesn't want to dwindle down Akaza. Getting those frags, getting those kills. Now Ayo will be the last player standing for the team of Mystique.
Mystique is not in a good situation right now. That cluster strike from the Jokers is really working well for them. IOC trying to survive this one. 1v4 situation, but the bomb right there with the launcher from Park, shutting it down completely. No hope for the Mystique, unfortunately, for round number 4. The Jokers making sure to laugh at the faces of Mystique right now. 16 squads remain. They're still alive and kicking here. But of course, 12 frags already for the Jokers. That's going to put them in a better situation. Meanwhile, the other side of 4 Kings still alive here. Trying to deal with the candies from the other end. Long range distance could not connect just yet. It's too far gone already. Definitely the candies will survive this one. But there, with an extra help, with that heal and that medic, of course, they're outside the zone. They need definitely that advantage and of course get themselves back in the mix. Meanwhile, the candies here, APE, surviving all 4-man stack, all good, just trying to survive from that initial onslaught. But of course now Pabe against Unbound, welcoming to the mix. One through and through is just standing right there, barely even moving, could not deliver engagement left, right, and center. Who's gonna survive this one? Nebby's coming in, Unbound coming back here for the mix. They're still alive. Trade-in for trade-ins, 2v3 situation here. Babe, of course, 4 Kings also wants to join into the Tom. Hi there. He wants to join into the action as well. Same thing with Ken, but needs to pull out with that rewind. Yato coming in from the smoke. Manages to connect right there. Yato trying to find the rest of Pav right there. Shutting down Nebby already. And so far, 4 Kings, 15 frags for this team. What a way to start round number 4. They're definitely on a roll.
Oh my goodness, we're on a roll, and third-party engagement is really eminent on this round number 4. Once they heard some engagement, the other teams around will join the party. Of course, they don't want to be left out. They want to get those kills. They want to get those points and even capitalize on the players, on the teams that are trying to recover. Now, on the side of your team, number 15, your 4 Kings main with a solid 8 points now for this round number 4. Let's see how well they can be consistent. Or there you go, Father. Oh, wait a minute. It's going to be 4K overload against your leap and bound, boiling through from their side. But looks like another team of 4 Kings will be engaging with another team of 4 Kings. It's going to be a total chaos. out in the open. A little bit of vehicle coming through, and Tom will be able to get that kill against them. Park Ransom will be taken out. Gay will be taken out by Negi. Oh my goodness, there's no brother for this round, even though we came from the same clan. You are my opponent, hence I'll be shutting you down.
Main versus Overlord versus Jokers. That is the situation we have for right now. This is an absolute chaos. Tom tried to go in and shut down one of the 4 kings as well. Try Akasa. Could not deliver. Brani still trying to survive. It is distance shutdown right there, but they're still alive. Both ends. They're just trying to break out the distance right now. 14 squads still remain. Tom on the chase right now against the Jokers. Trying to go in for the push. Finds Akasa. Trying to go in for the finish and manages to do so. And now for the rest, trying to go in for the chase as well. Negi and the rest of the crew trying to find their next opponent, but it's still not going to be the case just yet. 10 frags already for 4 Kings main right now. Good start definitely for them, and definitely they're truly on roll. Meanwhile, IE Exodus, 9 frags for this team. Not bad so far. Perhaps next target, APE Candy from the distance. Remy may have spotted already Marv and Mavi from the distance. They just need to pick out who to take out right now. Glod, 3 frags already. Just trying to go in for the chase. Mavi may already have an idea where is the others. Seiya playing it safe perhaps. They have the opportunity to go for a backstab against Glue. Will not do that just yet. Trigger discipline is here. Marv is down already. IE chasing out Mavi. Rinka throwing it down. Chase is on long range distance. Everyone's fighting at Mavi right now from the distance. Even that zone is not gonna help Mavi right now. It is a chase through and through. And somehow Mavi might survive this one and hopefully push a little bit of luck for APE Candy.
There you go. Let's see though if the luck is on their side really. 13 teams now for this final moments of our round number 4, and it's a little bit of an open ground with a lot of high grounds and slopes as we can see on the map. So this is really a challenging spot, and 4 Kings Tom Pips is just waiting for the timing. Oh, that's gonna be a full squad of Blackfire. Tom, you need to be careful. You've been spotted, but with a Jack 12, Lucky will be picked off, and there you go, just repositioned on the get-go with some snowboard, trying to get a kill, and now the rest of the 4 Kings will be pushing forward as well, maybe giving a little bit of a backup, but the team of Delta is also around the outskirts, so they need to be careful. As for the team of 4 Kings main, down to the 2 players, Tom Pips and Jeff, will be left on this side. Now Tom Pips will be repositioning again, capitalizing on that slope, capitalizing on that low ground. Now the players of the team Delta are still outside of the zone. That's going to be a lot of damage from their side. Tom Pips will be taken out with a sniper from behind, coming from the team of Delta. And now Blackfire Red going in for the rescue to have Nash back on his feet and ready to fight back and survive even longer. And we can see that the team of Blackfire is still on a full squad power and looking good with a high ground control. So yes, the rest of the teams will be competing, contesting this high ground, and the players now of the 4 Kings Joka posing for, or sorry, that's gonna be 4 Kings Overload rather, pushing forward against the Blackfire. They're trying to contest these high grounds and really wanting to get more fight out of them. Smokes come into the play. 4 Kings are trying to rally up here, trying to go around the corner, going around here, a little bit of a smoke and just trying to reposition, and the 4 Kings will be able to take that high ground. They're able to push the Blackfire away. Nash will be taken out by Paul with that frag grenade. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's a total chaos. It's a total havoc. It's a total wreck for this round number 4.
Blackfire Esports not in a good situation right now. Unfortunately, it's only Red who's alive because of that special takedown from Vitality's side. And of course, alright, we're going to be coming back in just a bit as the action has been absolutely intense.
Agreed.
Right now. Of course, we are still coming in for round number 4. So far, so good. But of course, Blackfire not in a good situation.
Mm,
Vitality making their presence felt with those takedowns. That's a smart gameplay right there. If you're able to really gang up on any of those busy teams dealing with each other, you'll be the third party. Take those skills, take those points from their teams, and now not in a good situation. Vitality definitely doing a little bit better at this point. But for the rest, Four Kings has been absolutely dominant. I have to say for Joker and Overlord doing quite well against each other and of course against their respective opponents earlier. But unfortunately for some of the teams, they were able to be removed as the early rounds of the matchup already. So we're gonna be coming back into the action in just a bit.
yes, actually, that round is really chaotic. There's a lot that is going on when it comes to wreaking havoc and getting some action. However, it's just that the final moments of round number four is so heated. Round number four is so intense. So with that said, even the game itself had a little bit of a layback when it comes to catching up with that intensity. But no worries, even though we had a little bit of a layback, don't worry, that match is still pushing forward. And of course, we will be showing you guys these scores a little bit later. All right, so still trying to catch up with that. But so far, Dad, what do you think? This is the beauty of it, though. Adding a little bit of suspense, adding a little bit of checking what's going on. But on your point, that what do you think, or whose team you think might be able to get the top place on that scenario?
Honestly, at this point, it's kind of hard to
It's
predict.
hard, right? It's hard.
One,
I
Blackfire
agree.
is out of almost out of the question because it's only a one person stack, so they're gone. Four Kings is still there, but they're not in a good setup. Vitality is still complete. Surprisingly, they're still complete and they already secured at least good number of points for this round. I think Delta and APE Candy is still there. So these are the new names that we're seeing from the initial lineup. We'll still have about 8 squads remaining. We don't have the actual list at this point, but nevertheless, there are new names and there are consistent teams that have been part of the matchup so far. But I guess at this point, it's gonna be anybody's ball game. Hopefully, we get to see a little bit of action right now. In just a bit, we'll definitely be able to check out the scores and of course the actual results of the big game. Definitely, that one is still happening as of the moment, just off screen right now. But nevertheless, we will definitely get you some of the highlights of those moments in just a bit. For at this point, for most of the squad, especially for Vitality, that takedown against Blackfire is gonna be a good momentum booster. If they're able to take down one of the best teams right now in the competition, that's gonna boost them, especially as they come into round number 5. If they can really punch in those numbers, if they're able to perhaps take down some of the members of Four Kings, add those four
Mm-hmm.
numbers to their scores, that's gonna put them in an even better situation for sure.
Exactly, exactly. And just to give like an update to the general audience, of course, I think what happened earlier is a little bit of a bug coming out of the room, but no worries. Our back ends, our organizers are making sure to tailor it out, smoothen it out, and don't worry, the show is still going on. But with that said, again, I believe round number four should be done by now, right? It's been a couple of minutes. So basically, I believe some of the players, or yeah, our competitors are still in the game and doing their live stream. So definitely on their side, that might be ended on their end. But round number four on the blackout map, on the open area, on that high ground, I definitely agree with that. That's really hard to predict with where we were left off because an engagement is boiling through. However, that is not enough prowess on that side. But here's the question though, that I wanted to see your opinion on this. With the wild cards being introduced to this recent update, I believe, right, the team's
Mm-hmm.
players have already practiced it. They have
Mm-hmm.
already familiarized with the wild cards. But knowing that the final moments of that round number four is an open area, you think what kinds of wild cards will be pushed along? And honestly, with that said, I'm not asking for the exact name. If you have an idea, right, of what kind of wild cards will be prominent on that side, let's see. And what's your opinion on that, Dad?
Definitely, we've actually seen a lot of the moments already throughout the match of utilizing their wild cards. So actually, for at this situation, Hawkeye is definitely there. Of course, anything
Yeah.
that has to do with your heal and medical is definitely an important one for you at this point. If you don't have any of these, at least get them traded out and use those two things for now. All right, so we're gonna just come back here and push with Sharlene and Doc Z regarding our situation. Ladies, what are your thoughts so
Ladies,
far?
what's happening?
Charlene,
Difficulties
ayan.
and hello,
Okay. Okay
narinig
na.
niyo ako?
Okay na, okay na.
Akala
Yeah,
ko
yeah.
na hindi niyo ako narinig. Ayan, meron tayong counting technical difficulties. Well, hindi ko na kayo pabababain, guys. I will announce what happened. So,
Okay.
since kami naman talaga yung host, we will say na nagkaroon po ulit tayo ng technical difficulties sa lobby. And ang nangyari po kasi ay, well, nakaka-round 4 na tayo. Same lang naman po ang ginagawa ng aming team kung paano po nagpapapasok ng mga team sa lobby. And syempre, since kaka-update lang ni Garina, ay meron po tayong mga konting bug na kailangan i-fix sa lobby.
Yes.
And yung bug na yon ay nag-take advantage yung isang player. So, lumabas yung host natin, yung host na nag-create ng lobby. At
Okay.
napasa po sa isa sa mga teams na nalaglag at ginawa niya po ay nag-take advantage siya at pinagkikikik yung mga players sa loob.
Oh my
Ay.
goodness me.
I
Okay,
see.
That's
so
not good.
So, yung, we won't announce just yet kung sino yung team na yon, kung sino yung squad na
Nako
yon,
po.
but they took advantage and I feel like isa po yan, subject for disqualification po yung ginawa nila. Kasi nag-interrupt po sila ng game na nasa gitna na po tayo ng bakbakan, patapos na po yung round 4. At ayun,
Oh.
we are just waiting sa team namin kung ano yung pangalan ng squad, kung ano yung team name
Mhm.
nila, and we will announce it. At sila po ay disqualified na for this Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. Ayan.
That's so
Waiting lang kami.
disappointing.
So, I think uulitin po natin yung round 4. Ako mismo, in behalf of our team and the whole Community Gladiators, Garina, Codem, pasensya na po sa mga players. Alam namin mahirap kunin yung momentum eh. Pero
Yeah.
kasi may mga pangyayari talaga na hindi natin inaasahan. So,
Mhm.
ayun. I think kung players kayo, stay lang muna kayo sa slot nyo. Huwag kayo mag-take advantage kung nalaglag na kayo. Huwag nyo ipagkikik yung mga players sa lobby. So, ayun. Medyo nagkaroon lang tayo ng technical difficulties. Sorry, alam namin intense yung mga comments. Waiting lang po kami kung sino sila.
Oh
Ay,
my goodness
that
me,
was so,
Dad. Yeah.
I always tell this, 'di ba? Sinabi na natin playoffs pa lang. Be good. Play
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 Yeah.
nice.
nice!
Yes.
Ayaw,
What
palo kayo
happened?
ngayon. Palo kayo ngayon.
Yeah, me and
And
Dad are
ayun,
doing analytics, and then knowing that there's just someone behind the scene. Oh, oh my
Ay,
God.
Oh no.
oh no.
ayan,
Oh, okay. That is just
ayan.
so frustrating. I mean, as we've mentioned, no, the Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale's goal is basically,
Mhm.
again, to get the community together and really have this opportunity to have your Battle Royale scrimmages and, of course, your competitions and tournaments for the Battle Royale scene. And instances like this definitely put a bump on that goal. And we appeal to every clan, to every community members, to clan leaders, to organizers to make sure to really put forth the
Mhm.
behavior of your teammates to good use. Especially if there's certain situations like this, to not take advantage of it. If there's something going on, if you feel that, you realize that this was happening, let it be muna, let the game play off, then
Yeah,
at
it's a
least
common
take
respect.
common
Mhm.
respect na lang and let the ops team take over control after round number 5. I mean, we would definitely appreciate your support definitely for these situations like this.
Yes,
And
ayun nga, we feel sorry for the players kasi ang hirap kunin ng momentum
Yeah,
sa
Yes.
bawat round.
may points na
Sobrang
eh.
hirap. May
Mhm.
points na yon. And ako kung team namin ni Doc Z yung may kasalanan, kung kami yung may kasalanan, talagang magte-take kami ng full accountability. But this time, kailangan na talaga namin to i-disqualified kasi they took advantage of the bug. So, medyo
Mhm.
matindi-tindi to. So, Gamagori
All right.
and Dad, please
Yes.
announce na
And
po.
I think let's proceed na
Okay.
rin sa naulitin yung
Round,
game 4.
round 4,
yes.
yeah.
Yes. But of course, this is just to be transparent. Of course, in behalf of the efforts of our organizers, of our team, our back end team, for every checking and security checkups that they did. This is just to ensure transparency to everyone watching. And looks like we will be disqualifying the team
Delta
Delta
Havoc.
Havoc. The team Delta Havoc is aligned with what happened. And hey, I just want to reiterate this. We are not saying this one on live just to put them on the spot, but to serve as an example of what should we be doing and what should not be done when in terms to tournaments. And I hope that of course there might be some conversations behind the scene, and I'll leave it that because again that's a different conversation coming from our back end team. However, again, we will be pushing forward on going for round number 4 once again. And again, just like what Sharlene and Doxy mentioned, we say sorry. I know na nandun na yung points nyo. Your points have already accumulated. The rhythm and momentum is there already. However, yeah, this do happens.
Yeah,
Yes.
sorry. It's really unfortunate na medyo yun nga ano, for the top 8 especially, medyo ito na eh. Kumbaga pwede nang bumawi pero I
Mm-hmm.
guess things really happen that are out of our control, but nevertheless, the game must continue. So round number 4 will be restarting in just a bit. So we will have round number 4 ulit po mga kaibigan, and that means numbers for that round number 4 will be reset to 0. So basically, it's a new game for all of us, for all the
Mm-hmm.
teams. So regardless of their situation kanina, balik lang po tayo sa lahat. But that would mean Delta Havoc will not be participating for round number 4 and number 5 any longer.
Yes, so teams are coming up na inside the lobby, and again, uh, in behalf of our team, sorry sa lahat ng players na nandun na yung momentum, nasira, pasensya na po talaga. This is out of our control dahil yung game po natin, again, kailangan po natin maintindihan na kaka-update pa lang, so may bug
Yes.
po talaga.
There are things na
Ayan.
outside of our control, even with the back end's help.
Yes. Ayan, again, sorry, pasensya na po talaga. Wala po akong masabi kundi pasensya. Kasi
Hmm.
ako mismo, hirap na hirap ako kumuha ng momentum sa VR, pag VR.
Yes.
So, alam ko yung feeling, though di man kami pro ni Doc Z, pero 'di ba, ang pati mga supporters nila talagang rooting for them. Pero thank you so much.
Definitely.
Kahit maraming nangyayari ngayong finals, maraming mga parang technical difficulties, ay nanonood pa rin kayo. Thank you so much, guys.
Mhm. Thank you
Eh,
again for the solid support. Yeah. I know that, of course, the comment section is in heat right now, right? It's going to be
yes.
a different, they have their own tournament going on the comment
Oo,
section.
may
And that,
sarili silang laban
Kaya nga
dyan eh.
eh, may sariling laban,
and
may
that's just
sariling gera.
show, right? That's just show how much these people, this community support their team, support their clan, support their players because they're willing to fight for it. But again, ang sobra ay sobra. So let's keep it at minimal and just make use of this. Let's say, let's make use of the power of the community per team, per clan to go and push to the healthier side of the game. Can we do that? Yeah, Dad, do
Oo
your gentle
naman.
parenting stuff.
Oh yeah. For those who just came in, I think actually some of the comment section medyo nalilito on what's going on.
Yes,
Mm.
Dad.
Round
Pwede mo
yeah,
i-explain ulit.
round number 4, unfortunately, at the middle of the game wherein we had our final 8 players already, stop. Why? Because for some reason, a bug was recently discovered, and that to a point that one member from Delta Havoc
Yes.
unfortunately became the host of the game and decided to kick out lots of players. So that would mean basically the entire game got compromised. Even our spectator teams were kicked out as well. That's why we're not able to witness the rest
I
of the match.
see.
And basically the entire thing ended. So we have decided, I mean, the management has decided that Delta Havoc is officially disqualified from the competition because of their behavior. And
Mm-hmm.
we will be restarting round number 4 in just a bit. So, um, while this is the case with Delta Havoc, I still do appeal to all the clans, to all the community members, to all the fans of Garena Call of Duty Mobile to please, we do not condone, we do not support bullying. Okay?
Yes.
So
Mm-hmm.
please make sure to, while there are situations that have happened, we please encourage everyone to have the sense of decency and the heart not to bully the members of Delta Havoc, especially for those who were not directly involved with the situation. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
this is a
Mm-hmm.
rogue attempt out of poor judgment, but we hope the people that are involved in this situation really learn their lesson. But for the rest of us, lahat po ng other clans, lahat po ng other teams, please, we encourage you po to make this a healthy community. to avoid bullying, to avoid
Mhm.
bashing, and to limit your comments only to the technical matter. So, wag po tayo mag-incite ng violence or puntahan ng page
Yes.
nila to say untoward things to these people. So
Yes.
again,
Yes.
there will be consequences for their actions and they will learn their lessons. But for now, we will be
Mhm.
restarting game 4 in just a bit. We are just waiting for the rest of the squads to come in. So again, we thank you for your support and we do appeal for your kind consideration regarding the circumstances surrounding round number 4.
Parang ayaw nila matapos 'tong Community Gladiators Finals, ano? Parang
Dami
gusto
nangyayari.
nila
Extend ng
parang gusto
extend.
nila hanggang bukas, 'no?
Ang dami nangyayari talaga.
Hindi na nga ako makahinga sa pagka-intense ng game, tapos uulit pa tayo sa round 4.
Oo.
Akala ko round 5 na tayo. But again, Gamagori and Dad, take it away. Malapit na makumpleto ang mga players. Go, go, go.
There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much, ladies, Sharlene and Doc Z, for stepping in to explain the scenario. And I super agree with Dad. Okay, we do not condone any bullying. We just said that on live to ensure transparency. That's about it. But that's already out of the bucket. And now, of course, we will be restarting round number 4. So let's look at the brighter side. Right. So, yes, it might be a little bit unfair for the players who are surviving until the very end. But at the same time, this is an opportunity to do better for everyone. This is an opportunity for everyone, not just the remaining teams. But again, I highlight everyone to do, let's say, a little change when it comes to the gameplay, be more aggressive per se, because you are getting a second chance on this round number 4. So basically, why not do better? Isn't that
Yeah.
right, Ed?
Definitely no, a chance for everyone to do better, and especially for those squads who were able to really put themselves in a good situation, particularly for in the original round number 4. Baka pwedeng mas galingan pa nila ngayon, especially
Mm.
for the teams na medyo lacking pa in the points. This is the time for them to really come back strong and do better for this round, as we are all set and ready to go this time officially back in the game. 22 squads, round number 4 is alive here again at Blackout. So here we go.
And here we go. Round number 4. Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale is now boiling in. So again, another chance for everyone to rise up and get some scores for this round number 4 on the Blackout map. So let us see, let us wait and witness what kind of engagement who will arise, knowing that there's some changes that happen and knowing that this round number 4 has been redo.
Second chance for everyone, definitely for those na medyo initially na-eliminate agad. But speaking of which, medyo nagpaparamdam ng Revenant Esports coming in for the first 2 frags already. Meanwhile, APE Zenith here just trying to go in for good loot, pero may have an opportunity to deal with somebody else. Pero this time, LV, Paul on the side, AXP sa corner, 1v4 situation pag nagkataon. Trigger discipline here for Paul. Managed to go in for the push already. Medyo nagkagulatan. Na-realize niya, 4 yung kalaban niya doon. Atras agad. Definitely, because they don't want to go in for that easy kill by Paul. Ano, medyo kalma-kalma muna ng konti. Meanwhile, Duhangin shutting down 1 members pero may trade kill ng konti against Potato Aim Esports here from the sideline. Paul trying to still deal with the AXP A here. Medyo bagsak ng isang konti. Paes trying to slow things down right now against DU main. And her boss and the rest of the crew here coming in already. Omega trying to go for the finish. Managed to shut down Supremo. And now Omega want to find another one. Mukhang medyo nakakagilan ng konti. Try to slide. Could not connect just yet, but the smoke pushing it out of the situation here as we're trying to deal with the setup. Medyo ikot-ikot ang konti. Nagkakagulo. But Paes with a welcome takedown right there. And DU goes down to the hands of the Potato Aim Esports. 3 frags easy for their team.
There you have it, Pave and DU already open up some action, but Paez, GG will be taken out by clip of the team Pave. Now that's going to be 4 kills, 4 frags, 4 points already for their team. Going to the side of LV, having some engagement against the team of AXP. Those shots, those bullets coming in, doing a lot of damage, but not enough to take any kills just yet. Alpha Rudo on the other side managed to get a kill against our Bukirin, and still the action is going down. Wiz will be taken, and look at that. This is a very good decision. Very wise decision. AXP era already took the advantage on running away, ensuring the survivability of their team. Now, Ryu is rushed from the revive flight, so hence Ryu needs to recover some resources first before helping out their team and maybe get those dog tags and have them get back on the next flight. While the team Alpha here got a solid 3 points already, misdirection comes into the play. Coming from Rudo, just running around, making sure that no one is sticking out of the corner. While the team of Wolfpack down to their 3 players, they still need to get the dog tag of Hasty and have him get back or her get back into the action.
This time Unbothered rather, still very quiet at this point. No frags yet. 18 squads still remain at this point. As you can see, we're still gonna be having round number 4 here at Blackout. So medyo kalat-kalat pa rin ang ating mga squads here. Perhaps making sure that this second chance of their situation, definitely they make the most out of it. Unfortunately here for Leap Unbound, Bad Burn down already. MJ down and knocked out. Void and Imzone, the only 2 left here, dealing with that initial damage here. Hopefully get the rest of the crew back up and running. 4 flags related to their name. A good start for Leap Unbound, but of course they need a little bit more to really push themselves into the scoreboard for now. But definitely a calm before the storm here for Leap Unbound. 17 squads still alive and kicking here. So I guess for them, for now at least, get themselves solid first, wait for a bad burn, and then go for the engagement so that you can find your opponents later in the game. So medyo yan, sakto, pababa na rin sa bad burn maya-maya lang. Pero Hasabula with the launcher takedown against Era right off the off-screen right na. Pero Clips, medyo may hinahanapan ng konti. It's gonna be the Wolfpack from the distance. But that's gonna be a long range there. I don't think they're gonna be engaging straight up with these guys. Pero medyo amuyan lang ng konti, perhaps just an idea that there is someone out there. James, no scope. Definitely has no solid setup there. Medyo nakataba ang konti ang ating Wolfpack there. So they definitely know that they're being spotted by Paes right now. But basically the rest of the crew perhaps way outside for the assistance. So hopefully they can get themselves back in the groove and of course make that team solid in just a bit.
And yeah, exactly. When we started round number 4 or the rework of round number 4, it started aggressive and now it's starting to boil down a little bit. A little bit of passive aggressive is what we're seeing. However, WP, Wolfpack just waiting for the chance, waiting for the opportunity. But Tom Peps is now joining the party. Clip will be taken out from the team of Babe on the hands of 4 Kings, Tom Peps. And now the 4 Kings main joining the action here, wanting to collect some kills, probably some points, probably on this area, knowing that the teams or some of the teams are just around. Blackfire Luki with a KRM, able to get a kill against Mystic Danny from our other side of the match. Paul able to get some kill against Ryu, but we can see here Jeff moving forward with that snowbird, trying to check every corner, every area. They are on the hunt now. Get already have an idea. Throw a ball coming in while the team of Babe is trying to reposition and try to make a little bit of a run for it. Negi getting a kill against Spider. Oh my goodness, but that's Overload versus Joker happening on the other side of the map. But for the team of Babe, they have managed to score in a solid 4 kills so far on this round number 4, and going again to the side of our 4 Kings. Joker 5 points of 5 kills now for their team. A little bit of a dance. Oh, there you go. Overload versus Joker is now boiling up. Tokyo on the roof side, on the high ground, giving that vantage point advantage. And now Akaza just looting it up, making sure that he will be ready to take on the fight.
And now it's 4 Kings again against 4 Kings at this point. Tokyo not in a good situation. It's almost a 4v2 pinch. But for the rest, medyo kalat ng konti. I guess for Akasa and the rest of the team, medyo iiwanan na muna siguro nila to. They're definitely disengaging. For Kings, Tokyo will definitely survive this one. Perhaps they have eyes set on somebody else, or they're not that confident to deal with that situation perhaps at this point. For now, 15 squads remain. Still no score for 4 Kings Overlord at this point. So that's gonna put them in the negative situation because they definitely need to put a little bit more on that number. Speaking of numbers, Mystic, no frags yet, needs to deal with the situation. Rogue is on a solo mode setup right now, perhaps dealing with Blackfire earlier this round. So medyo iwas pusoy muna ang ating solution for Mystic here for sure. 15 squads still here and hoping to get the rest of the dog tags, and definitely put them back in the game. Speaking of game, APE Candy holding off their position right now here. No solid engagements yet. 3 frags still good, but definitely no opponents within their area. Pero medyo malayo ang Vitality from the distance. Definitely that's not their core target just yet. Meanwhile, 4 Kings, uh, this is a 4 Kings main here.
Yes.
3 frags for their team. Still very quiet. Medyo, I think this is where the moments really lie na that they realize that while, of course, this is round number 4, they have to be smarter with their decisions, especially with their core engagement. You don't want to really be wasting your ammos or your loot and resources if there's no need for that just now. So 14 squads still good in the game. Medyo matagal-tagal pa to, and hopefully we get to see more action in just a bit.
I super agree that being smart, being wise when it comes to resources is really a go-to and a must for everyone on this competition. Now, based on what we can see here, most of the teams are playing a little bit of a passive-aggressive, like they'll be holding a ground, they'll be defending the ground, but they won't be going for the chase, or they won't be playing that much of aggressive. However, for the other teams that doesn't have that much of a point yet, they are trying to be aggressive. Because again, it can be a little bit of a monopolized game. For those players who are already up top the leaderboard, they can play aggressive, get more points to even, widen the gap from that scoreboard. Also, for the players on the lower side, they can be aggressive and try to climb up the leaderboards. And now, Leap MJ able to knock down 4 Kings Banta. Babe James will be taken out by Hasbula of IE. Shots coming in. Tokyo will be the last player standing. Father will be taken out by Void. Badburn eliminating Ngao Ngao. And Tokyo now is the last player alive for your 4 Kings Overload, and the Leap and Bound still on a full squad power with a solid 7 kills now, 7 points now for their team on this round number 4, and now making sure that they're looting up, making sure that they're ready for the next engagement. They are well aware that there's still 1 player alive around the area. Our team, oh my goodness, the 4 Kings main will be joining the action. They will be retaliating here, and they're opening it up, but Get will be taken out by Void. Now going in for the follow-up, Jack Swabby to the play. Yato blading it down against Badborn. Again will be taken out by Void. Imzo knocking down Tom Phipps. It's a back-to-back action. It's a mata sa mata, ngipin sa ngipin. That's what's going on right now between these teams. And now Tokyo, with a rewind, manages to get the dog tags, have them scanned for the next revive flight. Now this is not looking good with Yato as the last player standing for the 4 Kings main. So let us see how Yato will be able to play this out. But looks like the players of the Leap and Bound is also disengaging. They don't want any of those beef just yet. But Renzo and Nakaza going in for the chase, wanting to get that kill against Tokyo. That is not looking good, but rewind just on time. Tokyo manages to survive with a crispy rewind, but no! Oh my goodness me, it's a no as Branny will shot Tokyo down. That is a good rewind, a good execution, but Branny already caught Tokyo down.
The Jokers definitely not playing any weird games for tonight. They already have a solid sport here. Unfortunately, 4 Kings Overlord gone and out already. Tokyo, last player standing, hoping to survive that initial onset but did not do so as well. Leap and Bound has a good decision there that they do not really need to engage anymore. I mean, they had the disadvantage already, but they were able to at least survive that initial onslaught. But for now, 13 squads still alive here. 4 Kings Overlord still alive here. APE Candy still good for this team, but still 3 frags, not a good situation for them. They definitely need to find more opponents and get those numbers up for sure. They might need to deal with the Jokers from the long distance. Perhaps that's gonna be the goal here. Long distance takedown coming in from Abby and the rest of the crew. Medyo umiiwas ng konti, but that will not connect just yet. I think they were able to hit some good setup already for their end. Meanwhile, Yato and the rest of the crew, medyo ito nagkakagulo na ng konti.
Yeah.
AP Candy still going, dealing again. Leap Void cannot take a break right now. Unfortunately, now has to deal with a 4-man stack for APE Candy. Leap Void kind of pressed on right now at their position. Badburn trying to get themselves better setup even for Void as well. They just need to make sure that they have enough systems on their bodies basically at this point. Mavi, medyo pasugod ng konti ang APE Candy. They want the sweet spot and shut down one of the leaders for tonight. But can they do it? That's gonna be the big question. And now, here we go. Apex Nat. Nades, perhaps that's gonna be the plan. Perhaps gonna be a distraction, but of course the flyby manages to do something there. We're just gonna be taken out. Nope, wala. Iwas lang po. Gulo na to. Bahala na kayo dyan. Iwan na. Iniwan na ng ang lipan ba ang AP Candy. And of course, that's gonna put them in a better situation. Surviving another day. Speaking of survival, Ian dealing with Alpha right now. 1v4 situation, I guess, at this point. Ian just getting heard by the rest of Alpha right now. Perhaps taking a little bit more attention. Kingray on the other end as well. One dog tag open for the take. A JV and Aspect are there as well. 2v2 situation. Who survives this one? Medyo kapaan ng konti dito. Tingnan natin kung sino una magkakakitaan.
There you go. The first to see one another, the first to get that will, of course, take the advantage as we push along. Now, for the Team Alpha, 2 players still alive and kicking. Probably getting some dog tags to have them scanned down to our third zone. And Riku is getting a kill against our Bad Born, while Riku will be taken out by MJ. But Alpha JB with a shockwave connecting that out. Medic into the play. Kingray will be taken out. But Alpha, there you go. Kian again for the backup. Manages to retaliate, return the favor, take the kill, and take the nap down. Now for the Alpha Primary Esports Candy, 6 kills, 6 points now for their team. Saya on a little bit of, let's say, a rock high ground. There's more rest into the play. Not able to take out Leap MJ. So the players of the Leap and Bound is now contesting, competing against the Alpha Primary Esports Candy. And now the players of our Leap and Bound, they're already subtracted with 1 player out of their team. This gives the advantage now to the team of APE, given the fact that they would want to engage and put the pressure on against the Leap players. But looks like Aim Zone, Fatborn, and Void already caught up and now repositioning. Zone is also closing in. That's going to be another factor that you need to be mindful. You need to be careful. Medic coming into the play, coming from Aim Zone, and MJ is now back into the action. Fresh from the revive flight. Hence, again, they need to gather back the resources and get ready for the next engagements that they might be having.
I mean, APE Candy should have pushed that pressure already on Leap Unbound for sure. I mean, I'm not sure why they were not able to do so. Perhaps they were too worried about the zone already pushing themselves out, and perhaps they were not that threatened already for Leap Unbound since there will be a 3-man stand. I'm not really sure what the goal there for at this point, but nevertheless, Blackfire Esports shutting down IE Exodus here. 1v, almost at a 3v3 situation here. High ground advantage on the side of Blackfire. Trying to chase in 1 player perhaps, but they will not be engaging any further. Pero right there at the corner, we have of course 4 Kings Overlord, 4 Kings main here, just hiding in the shadows or literally on the roof here. So medyo tago lang ng konti ang 4 Kings main here, trying to perhaps put them in a better position. When Blackfire engages, that's when they will take the advantage. Perhaps right now 8 squads remaining at this point. Round number 4, it could still be anybody's ball game. Leap just around the corner as well. It's gonna be a stack setup here for Blackfire Esports. They just need to be a little bit careful because they might not have an idea that 4 Kings is just around the corner.
Yes, exactly. The element of surprise is on the hands of your 4 Kings main if they want to execute it. 8 teams left for this round number 4. Zone closing in, and it's almost the same. We still have an open ground with a little bit of a house, trees, and rocks as a cover. But looks like Blackfire is already aware of that position of the 4 Kings main, and MJ won't be able to make it out alive. Blackfire Travis will shut him down. 7 teams left now for this 4th round, and Pave still alive and kicking on their own way, just holding their very own house, their very own building, while the team of Blackfire is a little bit of spread out on the open grounds to make sure that they won't be targeted so easy. Now, there you go. 4 Kings making their presence known, firing some shots, firing some bullets. Oh, look at that, Sydney on a tight spot. Don't move, brother. Don't
Smart.
even breathe. Yeah, don't even breathe, brother. You will be faced with a full, I think that's a full squad of APE or at least 2 to 3 players of APE. And you really need to be careful making any noise or even switching weapons while the Team Blackfire, their attention now will go forward against IE Rinka, who is on the run, traversing the outskirts of the blue zone and just trying to make it out. For Blackfire, 12 kills, 12 points for them. Shots being fired. That's going to be HRA or Yumura on the high ground.
High ground advantage initially for Homura, but of course the aggression is definitely on the side of Blackfire Esports. It is still a 7-man team here, but definitely for some of the squads, mag-isa na lang. Only last player standing for some of them, but of course, for Blackfire Esports, they still have a full team here. Four Kings have 2 players. Hashira Homura has 2 there on the side. APE still up and running. Rinka is all alone at this point. Travis perhaps using that SMR to shut down not just yet, but Alpha Sydney manages to go for a double takedown there, taking out Mavi already. The one hiding in the shadow, but of course the trade is there as well for the SMRS. And now we're down to our final 6 teams here. Blackfire still has that advantage. Same thing with Four Kings. Pave coming into play as well, but he will be eating those nades coming in for Luki. Will not connect just yet. It's still alive and all good. Marv is down already. Nye. Shut down already Rinka. So that means final 4 is in the mix zone. Very close and very weird situation here as we're dealing with the slope here. Luki trying to shut down Tokyo. Manages to take down Yato rather. Nye is still at the corner. Hashira Homura still alive here and will not engage just yet. Luki was coming in already. And that is it.
Wow.
Of course.
What an amazing play. And we have a winner once again for our round number 4. That it is your Blackfire Esports managed to survive. You know what? Blackfire Esports, when it comes to the consistency and survivability, they're on top. Right? They still managed to have a 4-man team, even to 3 players alive until the bitter end. And that's really going to be beneficial for their side.
For sure. I mean that was a very complicated setup because that zone basically ended at a slope. So you
Mm-hmm,
don't have the
mm-hmm.
high ground advantage, but you also don't have a solid view of some of the players or some of the
Agree.
opponents at this
Mm-hmm.
point. But now of course we see final rankings for round number 4. Of course, Blackfire Esports coming out of top. Second place coming in for Four Kings.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there's Four Kings main, and then of course Hashira Homura surviving the odds for third place, and of course APE Candy securing number 4, and number 5 we have Pave as well. So that is
There
of
you
course our
have it.
initial ranking, but of course we're
Mm-hmm.
going to be counting out our scores in just a bit. All right.
Exactly, exactly. And just to give an update, right, with the recent concern that brought it up. So right now, our team is having a little bit of conversation with the players to make sure what would be the best action to be applied. And don't worry, later on, our host will be giving us an update on what have been the decision on that side. However, going back to the gameplay, initially on that fight on our round number 4, Blackfire really showed their will to survive.
Definitely. That was a very complicated setup. I mean,
Yeah.
they were
Mm-mm.
it's kind of hard. I mean, if as a normal player, you would probably have an idea of how do you deal with this. You have people coming in from the other side. You definitely need to deal with someone way up top. You don't have
Yeah.
the visual advantage.
Mm-hmm.
You your I guess your classes will be nullified at this point because you don't really it's not really an easy way to use any of this at this point. So, but nevertheless, Blackfire still managed to rely on their gun skills at this point, and that
Yes.
definitely push them to a better situation. But of course, that's just on the placement points. We are still, of course, counting down our numbers for the kill points in just a bit. And we will, of course, calculate that from the back end and then give you the rundown for round number 4, the official results for round number 4. And then, of course, in just a bit, we will proceed to our final match of the evening. It has been a long night
Ooh.
full of surprises, shocking moments, crazy stuff, and what have you. But for now, I believe we're all set to show you top 5 for round number 4. And here we go. Taking first place, of course, Blackfire Esports. And second place, APE Candy right
Ooh,
there.
there you
That's a
go.
first time, I believe. First time for
Yeah.
first place. And of course, third place, Leap Unbound back in the game. IE
Mm-hmm.
Exodus, again, they are here. And of course, top 5 for King's Main.
There you go. As we can see, Blackfire consistency is really, really showing up. And, getting kills is important, but as well as surviving is important. So if
Mm-hmm.
you can get a lot of kills and you can secure a placing from top five and upwards, then it's going to be much more better for your team. Now, with that said, I know that round number 5 is just around the corner, but we will having a little bit of a suspense to make sure we sort and iron everything out, and we will be back after a short break.
We
And we
are
are back.
back! Kailangan
Wow,
ng
may
konting
energy
energy.
pa.
Kasi alas 10 na, it's 10 p.m. and
Grabe.
marami tayong kape. But yes, Dad has an announcement to make para lang din we are transparent to the
Mm-hmm.
viewers and also to the teams. I know that the teams are watching right now, even their managers. So yes, Dad, take it
Okay.
away.
All right. So after careful deliberation with the organizers and the respective teams involved, ayun, okay, sorry. After careful deliberation of the situation that have happened prior to the original round number 4, the community, the organizers, and the clan members have decided to use the kill points accumulated in the failed round 4 game earlier. So we are asking the players, particularly their respective team heads, to send in the screenshots of their respective kill points to the GC so that it will be added to their scores at the end of round 5. So only the
Mm-hmm.
kill points
Mm-hmm.
will matter and will be counted as part of the overall scores for this evening. Round 5 will still commence. The
Mm-hmm.
previous concluded round 4 will still be part of the lineup. However, the failed round 4, wherein we had up to 8 top 8 players prior to it being disbanded, basically the
Interrupted. Mm-hmm.
scores that the players were able to accumulate during that time will be added to their scores. So we just ask the players to please make sure to send the screenshot of their kill points for
Mm-hmm.
that respective affected round to the GC, and we will be adding that to your scores later for the final round. Yeah.
Yun.
There you go. There you
Yes.
go. There you go. And just to really thank you, by the way, Dad, for explaining the matter at hand. And now I just wanted to really sum it up. So again, for the interrupted round number 4, we will be extracting the kill points only from that round, no placing points, and we need the assistance of the players or the team handlers of each team to please get the history. Take a screenshot of the kill points of your players from the interrupted round 4 and send it to the respective GCs with our organizers. Capish?
Yes! Alam mo, may nabasa akong comment dito para fair daw. Ulitin na lang daw yung buong tour na.
Ay, ay!
Ay, ay, ay! Talaga nga naman ang mga Pinoy nga naman talaga. Oh! Pero again, we want to thank you guys sa mahabang pasensya. Ako, ina-extend ko na lang eh. Pero kayo, maraming salamat kasi ang haba nung sa inyo. 'Di ba? Again, thank you so much sa org natin, sa team natin for handling this.
And
And
sa mga players, of course, na
Yeah.
for their patience talaga.
Ini-stretch rin talaga nila yung pasensya nila. Kaya thank you so much and we're very sorry again.
Again, sa mga players po na nanonood ngayon no, dito sa ating live stream, pakisend na lang po yung screenshot ng
Screenshot.
kill points nyo para makount natin yan agad. And kung hindi kasi namin marireceive, hindi namin siya masasama sa total na
Yes.
i-announce din namin tonight. So yes,
Yes.
squads are coming in na. Waiting na lang kami na mapuno sila and we are so excited to watch yung final round natin for
Mhm.
Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. And again, ano nga ba ang map natin dyan? Direct, patingin nga kami ng map dyan for round 5. Saan nga ba tayo babagsak? Siyempre, round 5 natin, we are back sa isolated map.
Bakbakan sa isolated.
Kung saan tayo nagbatak noon, dyan din tayo babagsak ngayon, di ba? But again, we are so excited. Gamma and Dad, kayo ba? Excited na ba kayo? Or parang inaantok na kayo? Kami din ni Doc Z. Pero alam ko, magigising kami mamaya sa round 5. Sigurado kami dyan.
Yes.
Yes,
Kaya
yes,
pa.
exactly. Kayang-kaya. When it comes to round number 5, then definitely we are excited, and I believe everyone excited because we as a community do understand that technical stuff really do happen. But when it comes to the event itself, once round number 4 will start, the heat will go back to the action. Masiyahin tayo eh. We are on that way. So with that said, whatever happened, once we step inside round number 5, the final round, the final chance, everything is going to be back into a serious mode. They need to back up into the serious mode. They need to rack up the points. They need to get those points. They need to get aggressive or even play for the placing to even score better and climb up the leaderboards.
Yes, definitely. Last chance for all of these squads to definitely cement their legacy and, of course, secure their
Mhm.
opportunity to win our prize pool for this evening. Again, a bit of clarification for everyone. So we basically had a failed round 4, a successful round 4, and of course, we're now headed to round 5. Again, the failed round 4, we will be only getting the kill points there. The successful round 4, we will have kill points and placement points. And then, of course, round 5, we will have, of course, the usual kill points and placement points that we're going to have in just a few seconds. Alright, I hope that makes it clear po. So, ganun po yung magiging setup natin because of what happened earlier. So, we're just set for our final match for the evening. Alam ko yung iba dyan, may thesis pa ata bukas. So, eto na, konting kalma na lang. Eto na, we're all set and ready to go for our final round of the evening. Again, so best of luck to all our squads here for tonight. Thank you for participating, and we really hope to see more action here as we conclude the Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale Tournament this evening.
So yes, Dad and Gamagori for the last
Last
round.
round.
Mhm.
Take it away!
Thank you so much, ladies. And yes, round number 5 is on its way. And this is again the last chance and opportunity for everyone to climb up the leaderboard. So, yes, we experience some setbacks, but that will not stop us on proceeding with round number 5. And I believe the action on this round 5 back on the isolated map will be really immense. Is that right, Dad?
Definitely last chance for everyone na to. So definitely
Mm.
you expect all of these squads to even be more aggressive, even
Yeah.
be more smart with their setup. And I'm sure if they're really trying to make sure to get all those kill points, every time they find their opponents, you're just going to go in for the engagements no matter what. And of course, this is not a time anymore to play safe. Go in.
Mhm.
I mean, all gas, no brakes. As some of people say, no, all gas, no brakes na pagdating sa sitwasyon na to. So again, best of luck to all 22 squads who are still here for this evening. And, Gama, for the last time.
Ladies and gentlemen, Community Gladiators, Fortitude Royale, round number 5, the final round, and here we go!
Here we go, indeed. Last round na po natin mga kaibigan, and of course, we're still jumping in at isolated, starting at the southeast side of our map, going north, west, basically, medyo definitely a favor for everyone. Saktong gitna, everyone have the opportunity to basically split the entire map and go to their favorite drop zones for this evening. All gas, no brakes for any of these squads. Full aggression at this point. New Vision City already has 2 squads there. Pipeline has 3. Everyone else coming up north, probably Ski Town and Overgrown will be their preferred sections, as Sanctorium has 2 squads there also. So medyo magulo yung magiging setup natin. Medyo kung saan sila tatakbo dito, and hopefully we get to see more of the action here tonight. Speaking of which, Unbound coming in, shutting down to 4K already right of the mix.
It's gonna be a mixed up action already for Kings. LV is having a gunfight on their own, and LE here with 3 players only for their team, just looting up the place, while the players of the 4 Kings main already scored a solid 3 kills, 3 points for them on this round number 5. Oh, I saw a snowbird right there coming from Tom Pips, which will give him, of course, the movement advantage that everyone wanted to get. Alpha Primary Esports versus Revenant is also boiling down on their spot, but hold on a minute. 4 Kings is now being aggressive against the players of the team LE. They want the smoke, they want the score, they want the beef, and there you go, Yato with a PDW, able to get that kill against Osaka of the team LE. That's gonna be 6 kills, 6 points now for the 4 Kings main, and still boiling down, while the team Mystic will also do the same. APE as well will be taking out sa kamay ng ating Mystic, and that's gonna be the first kill, first point for the players of your team number 13, Team Mystic.
Less than 5 minutes from the game, we only have 18 squads at this point. This is how aggressive these players have been for the final round, so we would like to see definitely a little bit more from these teams for sure. This time, DU Hangin gliding away here at New Vision City, perhaps dealing with Leap main here. The chase is definitely on. Who gets to see who first? That's going to be a big question, but of course, for now, a bit of aggression setup. Void coming in hot right now, dealing through and through. Hangin shutting down Void with a KRM takedown. Unfortunately, that finish is good right there. Hangin perhaps eye set on the rest of Leap as well. M-Zone spotting one right there from down low. MJ a little bit close to the action at this point. M-Zone launcher at hand as well. Will not connect just yet. MJ trying to find her bow. Perhaps will not find it perfectly at this point. Perhaps Badburn shuts down Hangin already. Trade is good. And now Badburn through and through up top. That even connects. Badburn with the finish right there. Leap Unbound making sure that they have 3 flags already against DU from that initial engagement. 17 squads remain.
There you have it. And you know what? Fighting or battling inside of New Vision City is difficult. There's a lot of corners, there's a lot of verticality, there's a lot of room of floors, and a lot of angles that you really need to take cover from. So with that said, those teams battling at New Vision City is a total chaos. Now, on the side of HRA, looks like they'll be competing against the team of Mystique. HRA Yumura got a solid 4 kills already. Shots being fired. Medic into the play. And Mroga will be taken out by Joss from the team HRA. That's going to be 3 kills still for the team Mystic. Down to their 2 players, Bani and Ayao. Smoke's coming into play, but Danny will be taken out by Joss with an AK-117. Now Iowa will be the last player standing. Bullets connecting and still manages to roam around using that motorcycle to ensure, again, survivability for their team. 52 players, 17 teams for this round number 5, and the numbers are really going down quickly as our players playing aggressively. There you go. Yato with a PDW once again eliminating our LV Sasna from the equation. 6 kills now for the team HRA, and your 4 Kingsmen is also doing some havoc on their side. Delta Karma, or Pave Karma rather, is now being shot there. Yume able to deal some damage on that vehicle, but not enough to blow it down.
Good move right there for Pape Karma. Will not engage, especially with a 1v4 situation. You do not want that smoke. That's the only time you need to get away. This time, checking in with AXP. So far, no frags for their team. 3-man stack, and hopefully, they're looking for their next opponent at this point. Meanwhile, outside of the zone, Mystic dealing with their opponents as well. Now, we still have 17 squads. The action kind of slowed down a bit already. MJ shutting down Pave already. He managed to escape one team and find another. So unfortunately for Pave, that is all over for him at this point. Meanwhile, the Jokers, 3 frags already to their name. Definitely will not be seeing anyone just yet. Definitely has an opportunity to at least upgrade their classes with that section in just a bit. Meanwhile, coming back here in this area, Hashira Homura perhaps now have to deal with Leap and Bound. 4v4 stacked here. High ground advantage on the side of Leap and Bound. Ooh, nice takedown on the rewind there. Smart move. And now Yuma and the rest of the crew trying to go in for the push. King down and out. Juicy trying to shut down M-Zone from the distance. Could not connect. Void as well taking some hits, but will not die yet. But of course, Potato AM Esports coming into the show.
Wow.
Void taken out already, courtesy of Potato AM Esports. And now they're on the chase against Leap and Bound. Hashira Homura backing out from that situation. As we check in the zone right now, MJ still in hiding here. M-Zone down and out, courtesy of Gacha. And the MJ needs to stay alive here. But Pave needs to deal with Potato Aim as well. So it's a 1v3 almost situation here. Not sure what MJ is thinking about right now. Just survivability, I guess.
I agree. MJ really needs to think about surviving, and Polo doesn't think otherwise. MJ will be taken out, but looks like Leap MJ is just knocked down, basing on the kill feed. So looks like there is a player from Leap Unbound that has been scanned and now getting back into the action. So we might be seeing that a little bit later. Now, IE Remy able to get a kill against our APE Mavi, but APE Marv will be the last player standing for Alpha Primary Esports team number 10, and they need to be careful on how they want to engage. While the team S with a very good third-party engagement earlier and now racking a solid 4 points and 4 kills, Polo will be able to take one down once again. But that kill won't be confirmed yet. But there you go. Polo will be able to confirm the kill. Yume will be taken out from the hands of our HRA. And that's gonna be 5 kills now for Team S. And Light is just trying to get into the light of pipeline, making sure that no one will be entering from this side. No one will be catching them from behind. HRA there with a rocket. That will not do any damage at all. Paes Light with a good control here. M4 being spammed all to the way, and that's gonna be Supremo on the other ground. Light is also trying to get that high ground. Medic comes into the play. Your players from the team Paes is really determined to get those kills against HRA, but Light will offer the prize there. Will be able to knock out Light from the team Paes, and your Paes is still on a solid 5 kills now. Chichi trying to go with a different angle and using that SMG might be able to do some damage, but there you go. Josh will be taken out by Vitality Paul. Oh my goodness me, a different team joining the action, and Paul will be able to take out Bad Boy from the Leap and Bound, and I think that's gonna be an instant kill from that engagement. 50 players and 15 teams left for this round number 5.
Paes and that other team could not take a break with Vitality coming into the mix at this point. And of course, Alpha might even join in the mix in just a bit. Hashira Homura still there in the mix. Still could not take a break. Krim perhaps trying to find the next opponents at this point. Even though they're outside the zone, they're still making sure to get those kills and takedowns regardless of the situation. It is just absolutely intense right now. Alpha, Sydney, perhaps trying to spot members from at this point against Paes or 4 Kings as well. Everyone is just within shooting distance at this point. But I guess for Vitality, they're gonna be moving away already. 4K now, solo mode setup here. Alpha Sydney on the other side will be just there, perhaps just not engaging just yet. 4K Vanta still here, alive as well. 15 teams still here for 4K. 7 tracks already to their name. Perhaps has an opportunity to see Vitality from the corner, but definitely will not engage just yet. But Meow might have an opportunity to deal with the entire Alpha squad. Ooh, takes a bit of a hit right there. Sees the situation, but will go in for the kill. Pader coming in here. Father with a slide. Aspect is on the dead scope. Will it finish this one off? Yes, sir. Not just yet. Oh, that is the called out finish. And 4Kings now dealing with Alpha, making sure that they are indeed the Alpha in this situation.
Indeed, 4Kings overload, making sure that they do that overplay. Vanta now going to action. That's going to be a shockwave, but Vanta will be taken out by DU on that side. Omega joining the action. Oh my goodness, with the team DU joining the party as a third-party engagement. Now Pather will be the last player standing and on the run, using that snowboard now to reposition while the rest of the team DU is trying to chase and catch up against Pather, but Pather is being quick with that snowboard. I think that's going to be enough distance now for Powder to recover and maybe get those dog tags and have them get back on the next revive flight. But Hangin will be able to take out Vitality EO with a frag grenade. That is a well-cooked grenade right there. 4 kills now for the team DU, and these are the first 4 points for the team DU. That is why they're being aggressive, and that's going to be the same scenario for the team Vitality. Paul, Colori, and Cream, last 3 players, and they still need to get the dog tag of their teammates to have them get back. But Rinka will shut down a Hangin using that Jackswap shotgun. IE with 6 kills now for their team. Medic comes into the play. Rewind time from Rinka coming now for the backside. Rinka and Remy combination able to take out 2 players from the team DU, and that's going to be 8 kills now for the team IE. Hasbula with an SMRS ready to cause damage against all of the players around the area, and they are now trying to gatekeep one another.
IE Exodus really doing well in that initial engagement, basically shutting down DU from that initial momentum that they got. But right now, Vitality, Paul, and the rest of the crew here trying to deal this time with perhaps at this point some members still of DU who are still surviving at this point. But of course, they still need to deal with one member way out there of Hashiro Homura. It's still going to be a crazy setup here. They just want to make sure that they have all the advantage to their name. One spot already. Kaori already shut down by Claudie. That's gonna put them in a negative situation. Father is still alive, hoping to survive. Hashiro Homaras has them on their tail, but so far he's still barely with an inch of alive there. Hashiro Homara still not giving up on 4Kings there. Perhaps they're still going in for the chase in just a bit, but for now, Father and Yao still alive for 4Kings Overlord. 4Kings Overlord indeed. So perhaps there's still hope for their team in just a bit, as we are down to 12 squads at this point. Round 5, it's a do or die for any of these teams. They have to really make sure that they come out on top.
Coming out on top is really your way to go when it comes to the final round. You want to make sure you got a lot of kill points. You also want to make sure that you secure a placing so that the others won't get that. Now Remy will be taken out by Clip. Look at that, a little bit of a sneaky play, just crouching, waiting for the chance, and once he got it, he bites it. Now Nasib will be taken out by Hasbula with that. Oh wait, hang on, the grades of round is now turning forward. Karma and James, last 2 players standing for the team Babe. We can see Karma going in for the rescue to have Clip back on his feet, and we are seeing a lot of smokes being thrown, rendering the visibility of any players around. Hasbula taking the high ground, a little bit of SMRS. That won't do that much, but the team IE do have the high ground advantage over the team of Babe. Shots being fired, connecting. Remy will do the job. Karma will be taken out. Rewind back on top. Glue with a shockwave, eliminating Nasib. James taken out. Karma taken out. This is a successful, aggressive play brought to us by your Immortal Esports Exodus, and that's gonna be 10 kills now for their team. And there's gonna be another one. Favorite Clip on the run. I believe Clip will be the possible last player standing now, or I believe Nasib is just bleeding out already outside. But Glue will be taken out by Blackfire. Nash with an SMRS. Have a taste of your own medicine, isn't it? 10 kills for IE, and now Blackfire joining the party, joining the equation. 4Kings Gay on the other side, having some kills against LV Sasna, and we are down to 39 players, 12 teams left for this round number 5. Babe Clip on a mission. There you go. Babe Clip on a mission to recover those dog tags, have them scanned for the next city by flight. However, that's going to be tricky knowing that the zone is closing in. Zone or the blue zone damage is really going to be hard. IE Glue with a shockwave, able to take that kill now against Nasib. So I don't think there's any dog tags left. I believe that round number 5 is now a do or die situation. It's either they make it or they break it.
Definitely for some of these squads, it's just a make it or survivability is the key here, especially for those squads that are only down to their last 1 or 2 players. But this time for APE Candy, still a sweet situation for them. High ground advantage and of course 4-man stack, but of course Vitality may have spotted them already, could not connect just yet, courtesy of EO, I believe. And now of course OK Fine is still also on the corner there, perhaps wants to get in on the action, but not just yet. AP Candy just behind that spot, may need to deal with OK Fine first, but Vitality wants to get into the action. Barbs spots one already. And now, Barbs coming in from behind. Can he connect? But ooh, manages to do so. But the trade is gonna be there. Barbs coming to play it in. Vitality still up top. Slowly leaping in. Trying to go in for that. Cloudy spots it from behind. The shutdown is good. But the trade coming in as well. Everyone trying to go in. It is numbers 1 on number. Vitality still alive here, but okay, fine. Trying to go in for the gang up, but nope, will not connect. Vitality still there alive. Paul, the shutdown. Ooh, was that a rewind?
Is that
Smart
a
move from
rewind?
Yuski. Good move right there from Yuski with the surprise, but of course the chase will be in just a bit. But unfortunately, Paul is taken out by the zone itself. Claudia will gonna be for the safe in just a bit. Vitality being absolutely aggressive. Smart move right there. Initially would not rewind, but of course still have a time. Harvey, long distance range courtesy of EO, will not connect, just a bit of a damage. But 4Kings just on the other side, perhaps able to finish the story, but they need to deal with the Exodus right now. Vanta, I set on there. Vanta, barely a little plate here, just trying to move it out of the way. Rest of the crew fighting each other right now. 4Kings dealing with IE Exodus. Remy trying to go in for the kill, trying to connect with Tokyo. Could not just yet, but the trade is that EO shutting down AP, Yato shutting down Pave also from the distance. But Blackfire is still looking, wants to join in the fun. Father is still alive and kicking. EO is still here as well. And it's just absolute chaos. 6 teams remaining here. But 4K still has an advantage at this point. Rinka trying to go in. 2 plates for his name. 4K Father still here. Definitely with Nyao. 2-person stacks perhaps is gonna be enough for them to dominate the situation. But they need to deal with Toms and the rest of the crew. Toms sliding away. Trying through, going through the smoke. Perhaps trying to find one member here. As you can see, 6 members, 6 squads remain. But it's almost like a 1v4 disadvantage. A 1v2 setup here with 4 Kings at the advantage at this point. This is absolutely crazy. 5 teams remain. Who will survive? Round number 5.
Oh my goodness me, let's find that out. 4 Kings, Negi with a sniper taking a shot against Powder. Now, what we are seeing here is your 4 Kings Joker still alive and kicking. Vitality as well just around the area here. But we are now down to the last 5 teams. Oh, that's gonna be IE, 4 Kings Joker, Blackfire Luki, 4 Kings Overload, and even a player from 4 Kings main. So 3 of the teams from 4 Kings is still alive and kicking on this final moment. Smoke Bomber comes into the play. Zone is closing in. That's a good aim coming from Holy Powder. Able to get that kill against Luki. Now that's going to be Negi. Shot it down by Holy Powder as well with an AK-117 and a good aim. A good wall as a cover. But Jeff with that SMRS shot down Renzo out of that play. Ge pushing forward as well. Ngao taking out Ge and Tom. Both of them on the hands of Ngao. Now Yato will do some damage against Akaza. Negi will be taken out. Father will be taken out. Jeff doing a lot of damage right on the get-go. Ladies and gentlemen, Hasbula will be the last player standing for Immortal Esports, fighting against the Four Kings main. Hasbula knocking down Tom Tips right there. But there you go, Hasbula knocking down Tom, collecting that kill. Medic into the play. Hasbula still have a chance on getting the kill. 1v2. Hasbula versus Jeff and versus Yato. Esamares, but Yato with a good aim will finish the job, and we have a winner for round number 5. No other than your Four Kings main.
What a way to end round number 5. Good effort right there for IE Exodus. I was honestly hoping for a clutch victory right there. But nevertheless, Four Kings main just absolutely dominating the situation there. And of course, that concludes 5 rounds of non-stop action. What a community tournament. We hope you enjoyed all of the action that we have brought to you throughout the evening as we check out the scores. Of course, Four Kings main leading up top, of course, with the survival of Hasbula, putting them at second place. Of course, squad number 9, that is 4K Overlord, coming in at third. Four Kings again, that is Four Kings Joker, coming in at fourth place, and fifth place courtesy of Luki for fifth place. That is our lineup for placement points for this evening round number 5. But we will be, of course, computing the scores with their kill counts in just a bit. If you're able to do the math right now with their top 5, of course, that's gonna put them in a better situation. But of course, let's just hear from Sharlene and Doc Z. Round number 5 did not disappoint for sure.
Whew! Grabe! Grabe, sobrang intense. Wala ka pong, mic?
Hindi kasi nagsasalita ka pa kaya nag-mute ako.
I see. Yeah. Understood.
Para hindi tayo
Respect.
magkasabay.
Respect.
Grabe
But at
yun.
least yung energy nandun, di ba?
Oo,
Nandun.
nakita namin sa facial expression mo. Every time na lang na magbabalik, talagang may nangyayari sa'yo.
Sa akin, hindi lang sa akin, sa lahat.
Sa lahat.
Pero again, yun nga, grabe, sobrang intense nung round na yun. Kahit ako iniisip ko, paano kaya kung ako yun? Saan kaya ako pupunta? Saan ako magtatago? Saang damo ako hihiga? Di ba? Parang, ang lala talaga. And grabe yung survival instinct ng mga players.
Oo, grabe.
Kasi kahit hindi sila kumpleto, alam mo, sabi ko, na-prove ko na, shucks, minsan pala tama yung ginagawa ko. Kasi nakita ko kanina, si Negi, tinulak na yung truck, binaril nila para maging cover. So parang nagamit nilang advantage yun para talagang madagdagan yung cover since wala silang advantage dun sa cover kanina kasi nasa taas sila ng bundok. So parang sabi ko, in fairness talaga, mag-isip itong mga to dahil grabe din naman sila mag-grind. Araw-araw din naman talaga.
Can work under pressure, no? Can work under pressure.
Ano masasabi mo dun, Doc Z? Ang lala, di ba?
Ang lala kasi sobrang intense kasi nakakadagdag na ang mga naglaban-laban sa dulo, magkakaklan.
Magkakapatid.
Magkakapatid ba? Parang ang hirap ipindutin nung fire.
Oo.
Kasi alam mo
kung sino.
Alam mo kung sino yung kailangan mong ibirahin. Ganun.
Oo.
So, sobrang intense talaga nung last round, guys. Grabe.
Ayan. So, ngayon, makikita na natin kung sino ang top 5 for round 5. Surprise!
Yan! Grabe
Ooh.
Nag-dominate ang 4K dito. Sa top 1 natin, makikita natin ang 4K main. Talagang nanguna sila. Top 2, IE Exodus. Top 3, 4K Joker. Top 4, 4K Overload. At top 5 is VTL. Grabe.
Yes, Vitality Esports. Grabe, shout out sa inyong lahat. Hindi pa namin alam kung sino talaga ang mananalo. Diba?
Ako din.
May idea na ba kayo?
Yun talaga yung nasa isip ko kanina eh. Ang hirap i-makompute. Talaga.
Yes. Pero yun nga, round 5 is done. Pero wala pa rin
Mhm.
tayong sure winner kasi wala tayong nilalabas na scores talaga. And ako, yung mga nanonood ngayon, nagising pa. Kasi ang dami pa sa Facebook
Yes!
Sino sa tingin nyo ang tatanghaling champion? Sino ang ika-crown natin for this Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale? Drop nyo lang sa comment section, babasahin namin, titignan namin kung sino sa tingin nyo ang mananalo. Ayan. We're
Yan.
just waiting lang naman sa total scores, right? Gamma and
Mhm.
Dad.
Yeah, actually medyo sinisilip ko na yung initial kasi meron pa tayong i-add dito na kill
Oh.
points from our other
Yes.
round 4.
Yes.
May
Secret!
isang team, isa lang yung lamang.
Oh!
As in,
Oy!
So far?
Ganun.
Ay, grabe yung...
Ganito,
Ganito!
Dad!
Ganito!
Ganyan!
Patingin, dad.
Ganun.
Ganyan!
Ay, konti
Yung
nga.
lamang!
Grabe! Ang onti
As
nga!
in, Nakikita ko yung math, so pag inaalala ko lang yung number sila, so pag inad mo yun, parang magiging tapos -1, yun na yun. Ganun,
Oo.
ganun sa kadikit.
Sobrang
Grabe.
dikit na, alam mo, sobrang
Parang-
dikit na dikit talaga yung laban kasi actually feeling ko even the players, hindi nila alam kung sino. Kasi
Oo.
wala tayong nire-release na talagang scores every round. Ranking lang yung nire-release natin.
Yeah.
Syempre kasama na dun yung placing points. Pero later, ire-release po namin yung full score sheet. Kasama din po doon yung interrupted round 4 kasi upon deliberation ng lahat ng top 23 teams, they want to count yung points, yung kill points for the interrupted round. So, para fair lang and sila naman yung naglalaro. So, sila yung magde-decide, hindi kami. So,
Yes.
kayo
Yeah.
po yan. Ayan. Malaking ano din yun parang malaking
Factor,
dagdag, malaking
Actually,
factor yun.
I think yung round number 4 na yun ang magde-determine dun sa almost tiebreaker moment ng
Moments.
initial na calculations natin from the way I'm seeing, if that round number 4 is added, one team perhaps can push themselves so far na initially siguro kung top 6 lang sila, papalo sila ng top 3. Ganun
Oh my
kalaking talon.
goodness,
Ganun kalaking talon feeling ko.
grabe.
Ganun kalaking talon kasi sobrang dikit So plus yung 1 and 2, pag inad pa, baka medyo umungos na. So we'll have to see. Pero right now, it is absolutely close. And I'm seeing actually a lot of predictions from our comment section. But baka magulat kayo sa dulo.
Yes, yes.
Oo.
Mananatiling prediction yan kasi meron tayong i-add up sa dulo.
Oo. Actually, marami nagsasabi dito, fire daw, 4K main daw, matic.
Yes.
Ayan yung mga sinasabi nila. Sino pa ba? Sabi nila, uy, counted yung unang round 4. 4K na this. Nakoy, hindi natin alam.
Hindi nyo
Hindi
alam.
nyo sure.
Hindi nyo
Yeah.
sure.
Even
Pero,
kami, di kami sure.
kami. Ikaw, Doc, sa tingin mo, sino?
Sa tingin ko,
Wala siyang sa tingin.
4K main or fire.
Blackfire,
Yes.
Ako hindi ko alam, talagang it's anyone's game. Kasi
Yeah.
wala din akong, wala
Feel ko
akong
lang.
access dun sa sheet. Kung sino yung
Mhm.
mga
Ako
nasa
din
scores.
walang access.
Wala kaming access dun. Pero, since hinihintay pa naman natin yung score, syempre, big shout out to everyone, mga nanunood, sa lahat ng teams na nag-join, nag-participate from qualifiers pa lang
Yes.
to playoffs, sa finals ngayon, sa mahabang pasensya, maraming salamat po. Of course, thank you din sa team namin, sa graphic designer namin si
Yes.
Leonard, shoutout Leonard,
Shout out.
kay Derek Colix and his production team, and of course to our team, simula last year, Team VLV, shoutout sa inyo.
Shoutout
And
sa
syempre,
inyo.
thank you so much Gamagori and Dad
Yes, of
for
course.
casting tonight. Maraming salamat po.
Welcome,
Tsaka-
syempre. It's an honor to syempre be a part of the BR community. Before naman
Yes.
all of this, we were there already. Like pandemic times pa, medyo nagkakasa tayo
Yes.
ng small community tournaments, but really seeing this come to full circle, it's such an honor, and I'm very happy for all of these kids to really show up and showcase their talents. And hopefully, hindi lang ito yung first time at mauulit pa to. And hopefully next time land na tayo.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. Uy, manifesting tayo.
Diba?
Everyone is manifesting for a LAN tournament
LAN
talaga. Even Doc Z and I, yan yung gusto namin i-push kay Tito Kodem. Yan talaga yung, kaya talagang kailangan natin mapakita ang full support natin sa mga ganitong community gladiators. Kagaya nga sabi ko, di ba Doc Z, parang scrim pa lang to, pero may prize pool na.
Aha. Kaya nga
Mhm.
Kaya sa mga nanonood ngayon, sino ang gustong magka-LAN tournament ang BR community, guys?
Oh, comment! Heart!
Actually, ang daming nanonood ngayon sa TikTok. It's 3.2 viewers, guys!
Let's go!
Grabe!
Naghahantay
Grabe.
silang lahat kung sino
Nag-aantay,
talaga
yes.
yung
Shoutout sa
mananalo.
inyo.
Shoutout sa mga nanonood pa rin kahit may pasok bukas. Kami din,
Oh,
may,
yes.
may trabaho pa din kami bukas.
Yes.
Pati ata to si
Mamaya.
Gama tsaka si Dad. May
Mamaya,
trabaho
actually.
mamaya eh. Of course, yung pala, thank you so much syempre to Tito Cod M, Garena Call
Of
of
course.
Duty Mobile
Tama.
for making this Community Gladiators happen. 'Di ba? Kami, alam namin, hopefully matuloy. Well, Doc Z and I, we manifest talaga for a LAN tournament. There's a lot more in store this coming month. So, sa BR
Yes.
community, guys, mag-grind kayo. Mag-grind kayo.
Exactly.
Yes, and
Mm.
keep on supporting BR. And not just
Yes.
BR, even MP, buong CODM, guys. Kasi yun
Oo.
ang mag-determine kung ano ba yung magiging future natin. Diba? Kung marami ba tayong magiging tournaments
In the future.
in the future, diba? Kaya, supportahan lang natin, guys. Patuloy lang natin supportahan.
Malay
Kung
mo,
ano
kayanin
na-
natin, LAN tournament, MOA Arena.
Oh, di ba?
Sheesh yun!
Diba?
Again, mga
Diba?
gusto mag-sponsor, guys, DM us. DM nyo kami ni Doc Z. Kami bahala sa
Yes,
inyo.
yes. Direct na kayo sa amin.
O, direct
kayo
na.
sa
Kami
amin.
bahala sa inyo. Pero again, hinintay lang natin yung ating score sheet. Pero again, pakita nga natin kung ano mapapanalunan ng mananalo dito sa Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. Ano bang prize pool distribution natin, Doc Z?
Okay, sa ating first place, ang mapapanalo na nila ay $2,000 US. Second place is $1,000 USD. Third place is $500 USD. And fourth place, $300 USD. And fifth place, $200 USD.
Siyempre in peso, para din naman sa mga Pinoy
Kaya mo
na
na yan,
nanonood
Char.
ngayon. Because mostly naman ay Pinoy ang nandito. But we have a Malaysian team right here. Kaya congratulations to them as well. Ayan, at first place, makaka-receive sila ng 115,000 pesos. Wow! Second place will take home 57,500,000 pesos. And third place naman, 28,750 pesos. At fourth place, 17,500 pesos. Fifth place will take home 11,250 pesos. Diba? Grabe, community tournament pa lang to. What more kung talagang
Major tournament na,
major
diba?
tournament na, 'di ba? Guys, talagang ginagawa to para mag-practice kayong lahat. Magpabatak kayo. Kaya sa susunod, abangan nyo kami ni Doc Z.
You guys will be
Kasama
joining
tayo?
na.
Oo. Tapos kasama natin si Gamagori sa si Dad.
Ayun,
Kasi sila
squad.
sila yung magtuturo sa atin.
Yun lang masasabi ko.
Sabi nung isa dito, kinakabahan na ako sa results. Baka
Wow.
naman.
Okay.
Yan.
Feeling ko ako bubuhatin yung dalawa. May rason po bakit po kami shoutcaster at hindi pro player.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
Kami
can
rin,
play a
actually.
little bit, pero hanggang dun lang yun. Pero when it comes to the competitive mindset, sila na po yan. Oo, nilarayuman na kayong daliri ko pa mag-slide.
Pero ako parang alam nyo ako, sa tagal-tagal ko naglalaro ng CODM, na-realize ko hindi talaga ako pang pro scene.
Mhm.
Alam ko na-realize din ng viewers.
Nakita mo ako, Char? Nag-agree ako.
Oo. Oo, nakita ko. Pero, kaya ko mag-analyze ng game. Hindi ko lang
Yun.
kayang...
Uy, honestly
Yes.
honestly, I actually think na Sharlene has an opportunity to become one of the COD-M shoutcasters na pure
grabe
analyst
na-
talaga.
Kaya ko
Promise,
mag-analyze.
iba yung game
Yeah.
sense mo. Promise, iba yung
You
game sense mo.
Nyo,
Nung last
pag
community
Dad.
tournament, promise, na na vibes ko siya. Narinig ko yung how
Dad,
you casted there.
alam mo, ako kasi, kaya ko talaga i-ano sa words.
Host
Alam mo si
talaga
Doc
yan
Z? Si Doc Z, pag game, matindi yan. Yan ang
Hindi,
gumagawa.
kaya nga,
Yan ang gumagawa.
Kaya nga sa susunod, gagawa na ako ng team.
Ah.
I-shoutcast nyo na lang ako.
Sige. Naniniwala
Alam mo,
sa Doc
manager?
Z, promise.
Manager
So,
ka?
Hindi! Kasali ako.
Pro player yan.
Kasali
Lalaro.
ka.
Yes.
Mahina dyan 15 frags.
Oh,
Yung-
sayang yung prize pool.
Oo, totoo, sayang. Alam mo guys, tataas mo yun sa susunod, kaya mag-grind kayo. Kaya
Yep.
mag-grind lang kayo ng mag-grind. Guys,
Yes.
pasensya na, alam ko, naiinip na ang lahat, pero inaayos lang po namin para din, hindi po, para po malinaw sa inyo, para it's
Yes,
clear
yes.
for everyone na talagang we are transparent din sa end ninyo since marami nga pong nangyaring technical difficulties and meron pa tayong interrupted round. So talagang kailangan namin ayusin yung pag-release ng score sheet. Alam namin,
Isala.
excited na kayo. Excited na rin naman kami.
Yes. But in a few minutes, lalabas na yan, guys. Nag-aantay na lang tayo saglit ng saglit. Ganito, oh.
Mga ganto.
Ganito.
Ganito na lang, ganito na lang.
Bakit na?
Konting-konti
Hindi
na
niyo
lang.
pa ba alam kung sino panalo? Kasi before, na-compute nyo na. Alam kong na-compute nyo na. But this time, alam kong hindi pa.
It's
Oo
gonna be
nga eh.
hard with the interrupted round. Yun yung nag-add ng spice nun eh. Knowing that the
Kasi,
kill points from there will be added.
Oo.
the team decided kasi talaga na to count it. Kasi parang ano din talaga, unfair if not, 'di ba?
Mhm.
Nakaka-stress tignan yung sheet. Kasi gumaganon-ganon yung numbers.
Gumagalaw, right?
Gumagalaw-galaw siyang gano'n, no? Tapos
Oh.
parang, aangat to, tapos mawawala, tapos aangat na naman yung isa, tapos may bilang sisingit sa gilid.
Buti na lang hindi kami, wala kami access sa sheet, kundi dagdag sa
Kundi-
stress.
Hindi,
Ay, may
ako gusto
nagsasa-
ko ma-surprise eh. Gusto ko
Oo,
Ako
gusto mo
din,
ma-surprise?
to be honest.
Inaayos lang.
Hirap. Kakaba. Sabi raw nila, imagine land tour na daming audience malala.
Oh.
Exactly.
Ay,
Talaga?
omsim.
Guys, are you willing to pay for a ticket sa LAN tournament?
Ah, yeah, that's a good question.
Yan ang tanong kasi talaga eh.
naman na malaki
Oo, hindi
talaga.
malaki guys. Yung kaya ng Pinoy, syempre. Ano lang yan, parang survey, 'di ba?
Survey
since-
ngayon.
Since
What you
kausap
think,
niyo si
people?
Tita Cod M, naka-yellow
Ate,
siya. oh.
at saka nandito naman na tayo. We're taking the opportunity to survey na rin, di ba?
Yes.
Ano, are you willing to watch and pay for the land tournament?
Oo nga.
Guys, hindi land tournament land. L-A-N.
Hindi land. Guys, yung mga
Porque
nagko-comment
Land,
sa TikTok,
on-site.
On-site.
Yun na lang.
Oh,
On-site
face
yun
to
na,
face.
Face-to-face tournament.
Face-to-face tour na.
That's it.
Hindi ko alam. Ang nakikita kong comment dito. 4KO.
Sabi nila, na-compute ko na ang kaso. Nalito ako sa round 4. Paano? Sabi niya. Guys, nalito din kami doon. And again, tama yung sinabi nga pala ni Dad kanina. Guys, hindi namin yun in-announce to bully yung other teams, 'di ba? Kasi we don't promote bullying and
Yeah,
talagang
Definitely.
as much as possible, COD M. Ang COD M gusto talagang i-promote ay healthy community. Yun talaga. Yun talaga po ang gusto ni Tito COD M. So guys, in-announce lang po namin for transparency.
Mhm.
Pero guys, not to attack. Wag po ganon, okay? I-announce na rin po namin yan in just a bit.
And
Wala pa po ba?
konting compute na lang. Graphics na lang ata inaantay.
Oh.
Ayan.
Pero, can we show na kaya yung, ay hindi, pakita natin kaya yung top 5 for round 5 ulit. Para lang din sa mga kakapasok pa lang at kasi ang bilis lang din natin ipakita. Pwede ba natin ipakita yung top 5 for round 5 ulit? Okay. Fixing lang guys. Excited na
Okay.
din kasi talaga kami.
Ayun. Grabe. Actually, while we're waiting for that, favorite moments throughout the night. Mamaya, pag-usapan natin habang tinitingnan natin. Ito ulit, yung match 5, top 5. Again, it was, top 5 natin is 4 Kings main, followed by IE Exodus, then 4 Kings Joker. Third place, fourth place natin is 4 Kings Overlord, and fifth place natin is our Malaysian team, Vitality. Ayan, that's for match 5, round 5, basically. Ayan, so sabi ko nga kanina, no, habang inantay pa natin yung results, what was your like favorite moments in the Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale Tournament? So ano yung medyo nag-stick out sa inyo talaga na hindi nyo makakalimutan na napanood nyo ngayong gabi?
Ako, nag-stick out
Yes.
sa akin talaga nung playoffs eh. Grabe yung ginawa ng Mystique. Mystique from Malaysia. 'Di ba?
Mhm.
Grabe yung gameplay na ginawa nila. The remaining players na stay dun sa tubig. Underwater
Mm.
siya, 'di
And
ba?
the cluster strike. I
Oo, and
see.
then the cluster strike and nakuha nila yung number 1. Alam mo kung may placing yon, ang taas agad ng score nila dun eh. Ang galing eh, sumausaw lang siya doon. So, yun yung nag-stick sa akin, yung gameplay na ginawa nung Mystic for playoffs. How about you, Doc Z? Ano yung nag-stick sa'yo?
Ko nga eh. Nag-iisip talaga ako ngayon. Pero ang ngayong ano lang, dumaplis lang talaga sa akin is yung sa Leap, na nagulat
Oo.
tayo, bakit sila nandodoon? Bakit sila nanalo?
From playoffs as well.
Oo.
Oo. Pero sa finals ba? Sa finals, kayo, Gamagori, ano yung
Yeah,
nag-stick
okay.
out sa inyo?
But for me, what stick out for me is the prowess of Blackfire. I'm not gonna say a moment, but per se the personality of Blackfire as a whole, because the way they survive, the way they are being consistent, and they trust one another when it comes to their game sense. That's the highlight for me. That's the highlight for me. How about you, Dad?
Actually ako, maiba lang.
Mm,
I have my eyes set on IE Exodus.
okay.
Kasi
Ooh.
throughout the entire competition, they have been absolutely consistent. Sobrang yung level of aggression nila and playstyle nila is really smart. So they definitely know how to play this game really well. So I believe this will just be the first time na makikita natin sila. I'm sure mas makikilala pa tong mga to in the future. Medyo mas kikinang pa yung galing ng IE Exodus. So I'm really surprised by their performance. And of course, same thing with Mystic, grabe. Medyo iba yung level ng isip eh. So these are the moments that really stick with me throughout the competition.
Yes,
There you
ako
go.
din. Dad, sorry may binabasa
Sige.
kasi, nagbabasa kasi
Sige,
ako
sige.
ng comment section. Pero, alam mo, yan din yung sinasabi ko kay Doxy. Kasi we had Garena 500K last year. And then
Mhm.
Community Gladiators last December. And now, Community Gladiators ulit. Lagi ko sinasabi na yung IE, squad to look out for yan. Promise,
Exactly.
maniwala kayo
Mhm.
sa akin. Matindi ang game sense ng mga players dyan. Pati tutok matindi. Walang bias. Kasi hindi ko nakikita sila as content creators or what, nagla-live sila. Pero matindi talaga sila. Promise, legit.
Tindigan to?
Oh. I think kailangan na natin i-release yung score sheet kasi miski ako, lobat na ako. Mawawalan na ako ng camera. Waiting na lang din kami, guys. Ano sabi dito?
There
Ang
you
daming
Tapos na daw,
go.
nagko-comment
tapos
eh.
na daw.
Yep, I think we have now been given the go signal
Yes, ayan na.
for
Ito na,
the
ito na, ito
prize.
na, ito na, ito
So,
na, ito na.
Ito na.
ladies and gentlemen, the moment that everyone is waiting for, the official score of the winners for Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale is no other than a little bit of suspense, isn't it? There you have it. Crowned as champions, ladies and gentlemen, is no other than your 4 Kings mate with a solid 121 points. This is like what Dad has been mentioning. 1 point difference. Followed by your second place, which is your Blackfire Esports with a total 120 points. Immortal Esports Exodus, that team to watch out for, with a solid 97 points. Leap Esports Unbound with 82 crispy points. And of course,
A
the fifth
surprise.
place will get
Tie.
that one exactly. 4 Kings Overload with 72 points, followed by Alpha Primary Esports Candy with the same score, 72 points. There you have it.
Yes, pakita nga natin yung top 5, 6 natin na nagtay sila di ba? Nagtay
Ay, pa nga.
sila!
Sabi ko sa inyo, sobrang dikit eh.
Ay. Sa sobrang
Sobrang
dikit,
dikit.
taktay pa.
Grabe. 1 point advantage between 4K main and Blackfire Esports. 1 kill lang yan halos.
Mm-hmm.
1 kill lang
Agreed.
yung naging sukatan. Tapos 4 Kings Overlord and APC Candy managed to lock in pa the 5th place, tying up at 72. Grabe. Congratulations to these teams, of course, to all the participants as well. What an ending to our matchup. Grabe. Congratulations, of course, 4 Kings, Blackfire, IEX Deuce, Leap and Bound, 4 Kings Overlord, and APE Candy as well. Ayan. Woo!
Yes, yes, yes. Congratulations sa mga nanalo, guys! Congratulations sa inyo!
There you go. Congratulations to everyone,
Babad lang
clans,
natin yan.
players, and of
W.
course the teams who are able to stand up until the bitter end. Even though we had a few setbacks here and there, again, congratulations to each and every one of us for pushing towards the end. But of course, I wanted to highlight our champions, your 4 Kings main, with a whopping 121 points.
Yes,
Congratulations. I'm sure very happy.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Happy.
Yes, yes, yes. Grabe, what an intense tournament. Pero yun nga,
Sa tingin ko,
guys.
pwede na natin ipakita yung itsura natin.
Yes, yes, yes. Despite the
Yun.
technical difficulties talaga, we truly appreciate po your patience and your support. So yes, a huge shout out and thank you to all the squads who gave it their all, and syempre to the entire COD community for sticking with us. Maraming salamat po.
Yes.
Again, Doc, kasi may
Again,
gusto ko ba sabihin?
Oh, congratulations sa 4K main. Talagang prove nyo na king kayo. Wow!
Uy!
Nailusot to.
Tama, tama.
And
Galing.
maraming salamat sa lahat ng sumali at sumuporta sa ating CG, Fortitude Royale. And sana patuloy natin suportahan ng mga upcoming tournaments natin, not just in BR,
Mhm.
but in MP also, guys. Let's support each other. Hindi lang sa tournament, support each other, guys. Let's keep our community healthy. Yan. Sabi
Yes.
nga ni Dad,
Be good.
be good.
Play
Play
nice.
nice.
Yes. Again, I'm Sharlene.
And I'm Doc Z.
And I'm Gamagori together with...
JD Dad reminding you always to be good and play nice. This has been the Community Gladiators Fortitude Royale. Thank you so much. And again, congratulations, 4 Kings main. Good night.
Good night.
GG's everyone. Peace out. Maraming salamat.